percent on your monthly electric bill? Well, you can do that with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Call Harmon Solar. Harmon Solar is a family-owned, woman-owned local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189. Or go to harmonsolar.com.
Hi, I'm Mo Ansari, president of Compact Asset Management. If the volatility of these markets is making you seasick, you're not alone. Many investors are afraid to make a move, but not taking action can be just as detrimental as taking the wrong action. All of us here at Compact are focused on growing and protecting your assets. That means watching market activity all day, every day to try and find the great money-making opportunities during the good times and keep your money out of harm's way during the bad times. We have the products, resources, and experience to help you stay ahead of the game. So if you're wondering what your next step should be, let's chat. 1-800-388-9700. I will sit down with you to discuss your options and to help you get past the fear so you can make better financial decisions. Call me at 1-800-388-9700 and let's work together to build your financial future. That's 1-800-388-9700.
Compact Asset Management is a registered investment advisor. Funds custodian, Fidelity Institutional Wealth Services, member FINRA SIPC.
What do a 450-year-old author and a bottle of 4 times distilled vodka have in common? Let's compare Shakespeare, shall we? Shakespeare, the man, the epitome of playwriting, the OG of live theater, the standard by which all others are compared. Shakespeare, the vodka, an original Polish spirit crafted from a recipe 12 centuries old with an unwavering attention to smoothness and purity, the standard by which all others should be compared. Maybe they're not so different after all. Shakespeare Vodka is the Shakespeare of vodkas.
KQFN Tempe.
Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix
at 99.3 FM. And K240U Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's Thursday here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rose in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale. I don't think I'm going to call it that, Jet. I don't think I'm going to call it that, Jet. Jet says...
Call what? What?
Says, hi, guys. Happy Friday Eve. No, today's Thursday. I don't call anything Eve except for Christmas Eve. And then there's Christmas Eve, Super Bowl Eve. And then that's pretty much it. There's nothing else.
Eve?
I don't know.
You don't really go with the New Year's Eve?
I'm trying to lay low with the New Year's Eve crap lately.
All right.
Ever since COVID hit, I've stopped saying,
I get
it's my year.
Yeah, I get it.
And just let that happen. I know it's happening. Because all the damn fireworks for 4.5 days. But anyway. So okay, Jet. What about it? He says first, hi guys, happy Friday Eve.
Yeah.
And he does not text in the second. I don't have a second from the Jet. So you can't say first if you don't have a second. So I don't know
what are you doing, Jet. You know better than that.
I know. He's just and then he's like, oh, I should be a Hall of Fame texter. No, not with crap like that, Jet. Not with crap like that.
Incomplete work.
Yeah. Big George says, hello, gentlemen. Happy Thursday. Glad to hear the Kasai Japanese Steakhouse is going to be a sponsor once again, because it's not just dinner, it's dinnertainment.
Yes, it is.
King Kitten says, I'm out of beer. Oh, God, get him a beer, Randy. Get that man a beer.
There we go.
You want to hear something funny?
Sure.
So yeah, brother-in-law likes to come by the house and drink the beer. Yeah. And to his credit, he sometimes brings beer as well. He's not a selfish guy. He's not a mooch. He doesn't show up and just drink your beer and then never provide any himself. And so the other day he's like, "Hey, I'm bringing the beer." So he brings over the beer, all right.
Nice.
And he pulls it out of the box there, and we're looking at it, and he hands me one. I'm like, "Did I become a giant?"
Uh-oh.
He accidentally bought the mini beers. I got this little teeny beer in my hand, and I'm like, this is going to actually cost you double because we're going to drink even more now. It's kind of like with the Oreo Thins. You think, oh, okay, I'll lose weight.
Yeah.
But no, you don't eat 2, then you eat 4, thinking, well, 2 equals 4, and then you're like, well, but they're so damn good, I'll have 6, and then there you go. It's over.
It's like light beer too.
Yeah. So there I am with a mini beer, and I've got those cool Guinness bottle like scuba suits. You know, you zip them up.
Yeah,
That
like
kind
those.
of
Yeah, like those.
which I really don't need because it gets drank pretty quick.
Yeah.
But it's, I like to make the beer feel special before I kill it. And I put the little mini thing in there, and its little head was just kind of poking up just a little bit. And I was like, you are the Kyler Murray of beer.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
That's what Kyler Murray must feel like every day of his life.
Wow.
So the Jet says, update your computer. I sent my text back to back. No, you didn't. This one came after the what's about New Year's Eve. So there. He says, second, I'm listening to the greatest Radioheads in the universe. Which album? I don't know. I mean, I don't even know the names of the album. I just don't know.
Radioheads?
Yeah.
How many albums did they come out with?
I don't know. Guys, a couple, at least one that somebody listened to.
Radiohead.
Yeah. Well, give that man a beer as he enjoys Radiohead.
Yeah, there we go.
Boogie says, happy National Cheese Lover Day, Eve. Enough with the Eve. I'm going to start blocking people. Stop. Ain't no Eve.
There's Christmas, there's New Year's. Those are the Eves.
Yeah, and I try not to even acknowledge New Year's Eve. Don't forget, there is Super Bowl Eve.
That's true.
Super Bowl Eve, Super Bowl Eve, Super Bowl Eve, Super Bowl Eve. I mean, there's a lot of Super Bowl Eves, and we're looking very much forward to the Super Bowl. Hopefully, it'll be good. We've had a few years where you're like, meh, but it's ramping up with the teams that are getting ready. Like we should have a damn good game. At least you hope. 888-368-1580. Before we get started, because I know we're going to drift into a lot of NFL football, let's talk about last night's game. GCU 89-85 over the Utah Tech Trailblazers. Now, Keon Rose was at the game. A, did the havoc, havoc as normal. B, was this a good game? And 3, how do you like the way the Lopes are playing lately?
The Havocs definitely havocked as usual.
Yeah.
It was a very good game. Came down to the wire, probably in a fashion it probably shouldn't have, because they were up 7 with 30 seconds to go, and then Utah Tech put in the full court press, got a couple of quick turnovers, and the next thing you know, that game looked like it was in jeopardy for a half second there. But
our love's in jeopardy, baby.
I don't know.
Was that Radiohead? No, that's Greg Kinn Band.
No,
I thought we were going to ooh on that, but I'm kind of glad we didn't.
Ooh.
I guess we did.
Well, how about that?
All right, so you've answered the question about the havoc.
Mm-hmm. And if it was a good game.
Yeah.
And C, I did like the way the Lopes were playing. They kind of had a bit of a challenge there. Utah Tech had this enormous center, Taylor Christensen, and honestly, they had to double him, and that left shooter is open for Utah Tech. And Aiden Igehan, the big fella for GCU, gotten some early foul trouble, so he wasn't out there. When he was out there, Christensen couldn't really score on him, but because of the foul trouble, he wasn't out there as much, I think, as Coach Drew would have liked. But I thought that they fought well. They balanced his minutes from that point on. They were able to score enough points of their own. Ray Harrison was on fire. That guy cannot miss when he gets going.
Did they put him out? Did they put him out? They have extinguishers?
They've got a rules against that, I think.
I don't think they can actually burn humans inside the building there at the GCU arena.
They didn't burn humans. He spontaneously combusted.
No
one
that's
caused
even
it.
worse.
I mean,
also, did you see a guy on the other team with a giant hat?
No, I did not.
That doesn't make sense, because they said the Pope was there last night, had 25 points.
No, that was Isaiah Pope. He's not.
So it wasn't the Pope?
The Pope.
Is he related, like the Pope's cousin?
No, I don't think so. He had a giant kind of afro hair. So I'm guessing no.
Oh, you assume a lot. You assume a lot about the past of the Pope.
I feel pretty safe in that assumption, to be honest with you.
So it was afro hair, not a fish hat.
Not a fish hat, no.
Okay.
Although if the Pope had an afro, he wouldn't have to do anything but just kind of squeeze it up in there.
That's a good point.
Good point.
That is
it
a good
would
point.
be awesome.
Yeah.
He takes off the hat
Yeah.
and the fro stays in place.
And,
Like
I
Marge
can't
Simpson's hair.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the first froed Pope. That is going to be the best.
I used to love in high school, play with my buddies that had the afro. They take their batting helmet off and their head would be all mashed down. They'd have to instantly go to the comb, to work that to put their hat back on.
It's like having Nerf for hair a little bit, isn't it? I guess if you've had that style, the poofy style. Keon, you got the dreads there. Can you do the poofy Nerf like fro, or is it different?
I can't anymore. All of my locks are very much locked into place. They're like that now. They're
so
not,
you'd have to shave it all off and start over.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
There's nothing interesting about our hair.
I don't know. I like my hair a lot. So,
well, I was really looking forward to hearing about the Pope last night, but I guess that's not a thing.
No.
But so the GCU Lopes withstood the Mormons and the Pope, which also makes a lot more sense because I don't think the Pope would be hanging out with some Mormons from Utah.
It was the high tech Mormons, right?
Oh yeah. Trailblazers, if you will.
Yeah.
So anyway,
so now they get to go on to Utah Valley, but the
kind of wish we hadn't talked about this because I was really enjoying what I thought had happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Sometimes you just kind of.
It's always better in our minds, I think.
What was the halftime entertainment? You didn't have the Red Panda, did you?
Did not have the Red Panda.
Was that Chin Sleeper? Was he there?
No,
Chin Setter?
Chin Nuts is it's for ASU tonight.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Damn it! I'm sorry about that. Okay.
No, we had the human flag. He
sorry.
He actually, he had one of those poles and he kind of extended himself straight out like a flag. Did
he called himself the human flag?
That's what the announcer said that he was. Yeah. Yeah.
How does that work? Did he there's a pole there, like a stripper pole, and he just sort of made his body go out straight like this?
Yeah. And then, there's a part that he can turn.
Did he have some stripper moves as he approached the pole?
Were there strippers holding the pole?
There were no strippers. He did not have stripper moves. No, as he approached the pole, he actually had these the weird, they're like weird lightsaber kind of things.
Was he wearing sequins at all?
No sequins.
He got up next to the pole. Did he have
he's
just boas on?
So how long did this flag guy flag? How long was was it entertaining? And how long did this go for?
It was surprisingly entertaining. It went on for about 8-9 minutes.
Did it need to go for 8-9 minutes?
Yeah, they're about. I mean, he did all the things that you can do in about 8-9 minutes in that.
All right. So what step one, hold on to pole, act like the wind is blowing and you're like this.
Mm-hmm.
Step two, I have nothing.
Did some mime stuff, like he was stepping on steps, but he was
but
he was doing it with his whole body vertically. Look, it was impressive. It was impressive, damn it. I was impressed.
My God.
The human flag.
He also had these weird lightsaber things that he was spinning, and it was they were not tassels, but they actually, as he spun them, it was it had the Lopes logo, and all those different
things.
How did
he make his tassels generate the Lopes logo? How did that happen?
Well, because they're not tassels, they're actually like lights, but you can only see the logo while he's spinning it. So he's doing
pasties. I like that. Yeah.
Like rave type stuff. No, not pasties. No pasties were there.
No?
This man was not a stripper.
Sounds worse and worse. This
man was not stripping.
This is why you just watch the damn games on TV. You don't have Red Panda down there.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Turd Ferguson says, I'm loving how awkward it is talking about Keon's hair. It's not awkward to talk about. We just have never seen his hair in anything more than dreads.
And it can't be, unfortunately.
Turd, you grow up. Not every black man can do an awesome afro. Not every white guy can do an awesome mullet. I mean, it's just different hair on different people. So it was a fair question. Did you feel like that was awkward at all, Keon?
No, I did not feel awkward in any way. So
we felt like it was awkward for us because we have very uninteresting heads. You know what I'm saying? We don't have anything interesting that can come out of our craniums there.
Well, speak for yourself.
Yeah. What do you got?
I have a very interesting head, I think.
I have a lumpy head. Let's see. Big George says, could the Jet be talking about you, Randy, and Keon when he says he's listening to the greatest radio heads in the universe? Because I'd agree with that.
No.
Well, you just left me right out of that. You see how he just left me?
No, that was very mean, Big George. Very mean.
Just left
indeed.
Me right out of that.
Yeah.
It is
no radio head for you, George.
Daily Blender with Jeffrey O'Brien. Just feels weird to leave him out.
Stockton Slap says, who doesn't love some sloppy Radiohead? I know most of their albums are pretty tight. I don't think I'd say that they are sloppy. I think it's
well
done music.
That song "Creep" was a little loose.
I don't think that was some sloppy Radiohead. I think that's epic, classic Radiohead.
Well, it's
Standard
classic
Radiohead.
It was a little loose though. It wasn't very polished. Let's put it that way.
Elzar of the Mountain says, can I change my nickname to Frode Pope? No, you're Elzar of the Mountain. It's too late. You've chosen your nickname. And unless you actually have a fro, you may not use the nickname. You'll have to show an actual photograph. The Jet says, Keon, never admit that you watched a man dance in a pole for 9 minutes. That's just...
It was the halftime entertainment, man. Everybody in the building did because that's what was out there on the court. I don't know what to tell you. I can't deny it. I didn't leave my seat because, I
of course you couldn't. You must have been
before the game. And that's also, Randy, I was riveted. How could I not be?
Well, I don't know if you
guy with a pole.
Yeah.
Wow.
CK says nipple tassels. Yeah, it sounds like
there were no tassels of any kind, nipple or otherwise.
Yeah.
I just imagine that's the sound that they make.
I could imagine that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Especially on a guy. I mean,
King of Kitten says chin balancer for the win. Well, we don't know that. I mean, I'm hoping somebody that goes to the game is going to report back about the chin balancer. Boogie says 8 or 9 minutes with a long pole. I'm not sure if that's good enough stamina, if you ask me.
Wow.
Turd Ferguson says, I love your heads. What? Rye Guy says, I'm of the Pope. It's a Guido Sarducci. Remember him? He says, I got to take a Pope. I don't know. I'm feeling goofy, guys. All right, that's fine. We can go off the rails on a Thursday as much as a Friday.
I thought he was more of a father, not a Pope.
Yeah, he's father Guido Sarducci.
Yeah, thought that's what it was.
Big George says, Jeffrey, the text said you, as in you, Jeffrey, Randy, Keon, greatest Radioheads in the universe.
Oh,
I thought you were just talking about you, Randy. All right, okay, that's fine. I mean, that's fine. I don't care. Rye Guy says, I like my Radiohead with no teeth.
Hello.
Well, then you're probably looking for the acoustic album.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, you probably just want to get the acoustic album.
Hello.
The Jet says, that's got to be a record. 12 minutes in, and you were off the rails already. I also like Big George a lot more now. I don't know what happened. What happened that changed your feelings? Oh, because George took that prize from you. I cheated. I just gave it to him. You didn't. You probably should have won it, Jet. Not really. Oh no. I just wanted Jet's brain to boil a little bit right there. Okay, so here we go. We have a winner in the Valley. Grand Canyon University beating Utah Tech. So tonight is the ASU UCLA game, the chin balancer game, and very much looking forward to watching that. I think it's like one of those things where should I not watch it or should I watch it? Because it might break my heart to watch it, but then again, I might miss something amazing. So should I watch it or not watch it?
Well, if you're going to watch, you're not going to be in person, so you don't get the added bonus of the chin dimple. What's his name?
If
chin guy
is truly amazing, they'll show a pretty quick clip of him on the FS1. And that's where that game is on. And here's the other thing about this game. Other games were GCU. They've cut away to clips of Red Panda. Other games have cut away to clips of Red Panda.
No,
if they're good, they'll cut away to a clip. So if the chin balancer guy is a dud, no, he will not make it to the TV. But those guys are always looking for anything to put up on the screen.
Now I feel like I should watch the game just to see if they show a glimpse, a quarter second of the chin balancer guy.
That's how you know if he was good or not.
Yeah.
Right there. If all of a sudden there's a dude balancing somebody on his chin, I don't know what he does. You let
for
me
no
know.
apparent reason, they're doing halftime stats or something.
Sure. And
in the background, the slate they're using is the chin balancer.
What would be the best thing ever? So they interview coaches and stuff at the half or whatever. And all right, well, what are your keys to coming back and doing it different there? Well, we're going to play a little bit of different defense. We got some plans on offense. And in the background, there's the chin balancer guy, right? And he loses control of the ladder and it clocks the coach.
Oh,
just bam! Right during the interview. What the hell was
Yeah, yeah.
Why is there a guy on the
'Cause-
court
'cause
with
it's
a
a-
14-foot ladder?
Yeah.
On his
Yeah.
chin.
Yeah. I
I
agree.
like that. You know what? I'm definitely watching tonight. I'm definitely watching it. I might get my heart broken, but it might see the best thing I've ever seen. I don't
Just
know.
for the potential of peril. Yes, I think
That's
you
what
should.
I'm saying. The Jet says there's rarely a camera on me when I'm chin balancing. Pickle D says, give your nuts a
Ooh.
tug, bud. Sit back and watch the spectacle. Baker's Cocky Hen says, hands free on that pole. It's actually pretty impressive. Big George says, will they be showing the chin balancer on the TV? Well, there's only one way to find out.
Gotta
and
watch.
You just got to watch tonight. Hey, there's a lot to watch tonight, by the way. You got the UCLA coming to ASU. You got the Capitals coming to the Coyotes. And you got the Nets coming to the Suns. You have a lot of choices tonight. But I think the one that's the most promising and exciting would be UCLA coming to maybe get upset by Arizona State University.
Agreed.
That's what I'm hoping for. See how I breathe a lot? I'm also not holding my breath. It's a Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's action update for Arizona's new home for sports, The Fanatic. Now, here are the latest lines from my guys in the desert.
NBA tonight, the Lakers home to take on Sacramento. Los Angeles, a 2.5-point home underdog, plus 116. Sacramento minus 136. Over under in LA, 245. The Denver Nuggets have won 7 straight. Tonight, they'll be hosting Minnesota. The Nuggets, 8.5-point favorite, minus 370. The Timberwolves, plus 295. The over-under, 237.5. The Utah Jazz, a 6.5-point favorite tonight against the LA Clippers. Los Angeles, plus 215. Utah, minus 260. Over-under, 229. Red hot winning picks at experts.winnersandwiners.com. Save 75% when you use the promo code ACTION75. Experts.winnersandwiners.com. I'm Tony Desiri with your VSiN Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
First, we decide where we want to go. Then we need to know the best way to get there. Hi, my name is Adam Barata. I'm the owner of Advantage Gold. We're the highest rated precious metals firm in the country. We teach people how to own physical gold and silver. Now, we've won the Best of TrustLink Award 4 years in a row because we educate our clients on how to buy gold and silver the right way. We don't pay celebrity spokespeople millions of dollars. We'd rather pass that value on to you. Call 800-900-8000 and speak with one of our experts. We'll send you a free gold kit along with my latest #1 national best-selling book, The Great Devaluation. Call 800-900-8000. That's 800-900-8000. Get the best information, the best process, the best service, the best value. Call Advantage Gold at 800-900-8000. Call 800-900-8000.
Advantage Gold is not an investment advisor or a tax advisor. Consult with your financial advisor before investing.
Remember last year when you wanted to hear that NFL matchup, but you couldn't because you were at your nephew's birthday party and the Fanatic couldn't stream the NFL on their app? Didn't that suck?
Well, those days are over, pal. Now you can listen live to every primetime NFL game on the Fanatic app. Download the app now at the Google Play Store or the App Store, or at 1580thefanatic.com.
Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. I don't know, you heard about this, but Chris Ford, the very first NBA player to make a three-pointer, he passed away at the age of 74. I did that back in 1979. I feel, really? It was 1979 when we got the three-pointer in the NBA? My
Yeah,
God.
they
Seems
had-
about right, yeah.
Yeah, I know the ABA had the 3-point line before that, but it wasn't until they merged that the NBA got a 3-point line.
But Chris Ford was more than just the first guy to check up a three. He also was the head coach of the Celtics for 5 years in the 90s. He a couple of years for the Bucks, also back to the Clippers for a year, and then 1 year with the 76ers before everybody realized he's not a very good coach. But outside of that, hell of a career and a nice life, playing and coaching in the NBA. So there you go. 888-368-1580. So later on in the program, we will have Keon Rose's college basketball dance party, getting you ready for this weekend's NCAA basketball fun. Tomorrow we will do our Harmon Solar NFL fan pick'em picks. I know usually we do it on Thursday, but since there's no more Thursday night football, what the hell, we'll do it on Friday. And Ralph will join us tomorrow for that. So it's only 4 games. You know what I'm saying? It's not like this is going to take up a lot of time.
Well, it should only take about half the show then. If it's just 4 games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, probably just half.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's talk about some other non-football things before we jump into all that nougaty goodness of the NFL. This got mentioned yesterday, but I have some more details for you. Live Golf. Are we calling it Live or are we calling it LIV Golf?
Well, just considering our stance on Roman numerals, I'm calling it Live.
All right, I'm going Live too then. Live Golf has got themselves a TV deal. And I guess they'd been talking to Fox and for whatever reason that didn't go through. So they're like, hey, look at us. We will see you on the CW. All right. What? CW?
That's Sports Mega Network.
First off, it's just little UHF stations all over the place.
Correct.
You're lucky to have this crap on cable, and so they probably only carry a few hours of CW programming a night, and the rest of the time it's infomercials and telenovelas and reality shows and just stuff.
Well, hey man, I mean, it's TV.
Yeah, I mean, is it TV really?
It's TV.
Because now what's going to happen, the CW has to go through and they got to talk to all these people who maybe have Andy Griffith on. Maybe they have MASH on. And they're like, hey, we need 5 hours a week now. How much are you going to pay? Nothing, because it's a revenue share. So let me pull back the old curtain here and tell you what a revenue share is. It's exactly what it sounds like. So what happens is the CW agrees to air this stuff, and the Live Tour people do the tournaments, and they share the money. Now, I don't know if that means 50-50 or if it's 80-20. I don't know what the split is.
Couldn't imagine it's 50-50.
The CW and the Saudi Arabic Public Fund, LIV. But I guess it was enough for CW to say, we'll give it a shot. What do we got to lose? We're the CW. We're probably not going to be here in a few weeks anyway. FS1 and FS2, I guess, just could not come to an agreement on how things should be. I think that they were like, no, you're going to pay us. You want to be on? You're going to pay us.
Yeah, exactly.
We're not going to share
like every other league.
Yeah, you keep talking in millions. We're talking hundreds of millions. Let's go ahead and start over again.
So this is, if nothing else, just a teeny bit interesting. Now, the CW has the ability to reach 120 million households, but that doesn't mean those TVs are turned on for golf ever. You know what I'm saying? You're like, I feel like the CW is, once you hear about, there's a show I might want to see, you go over there and watch it, and then when it's over, you're no longer there. So I don't know that 120 million households is like people with like CW flags and CW bumper stickers and CW, just.
When's the last time you turned on the CW, Jeffrey?
I never. I mean, I know Supernatural used to be on there, but I kind of started watching that show after it had already been done and was on the Netflix.
Because they had that like Flash show, and it was it was terrible. So I stopped watching it. And
the kids were loving the Flash, so I guess we had to watch it for that. But guess where we watched that? Netflix.
Yeah, just that's the best way to do it. Just watch it on Netflix.
I suppose if you're really, if you're really hunting for some Live Golf, and you want to see what old Phil Mickelson is doing, or maybe Dustin Johnson and the rest of these mega bazillionaires playing golf around the globe, I guess you'll go turn on the CW if you are really interested in seeing these multi-millionaires play golf.
The Venn diagram of people watching Live Golf and watching 90210 are two separate circles.
Yeah, well, your Melrose Place P1 listener or viewer is not the Live Golf P1 viewer. No.
I mean, like if you had Matlock.
Okay, now, yeah, okay. Yeah.
Murder, She Wrote.
Yeah.
Father Dowling murders mysteries. You know, those sorts of things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe that this makes it sense. So, okay, CW, pat on the head. Okay. We'll see how that goes. Like everything else on the CW. 888-368-1580. Is this something that people know about? Is this a thing? I'm not sure. For some reason, King of Kitten says, "Oh no, David Crosby." I guess he's passed away at the age of 81. That's what they're saying. I'll be honest with you. I can't pick a song of his. I have no idea what he's saying.
I don't know who that is.
David Crosby?
Yeah.
I know it's Crosby, Stills, and Nash, but
Yes.
I don't remember what they sang because I guess that's a little before my time. So, Randy, what are those?
Well, it is
say?
confirmed 22 minutes ago. David Crosby dead at 81. He was co-founder of the Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, and Crosby, Stills and Nash. And they love the one you're with. That was Crosby, Stills and Nash, I believe. They had a plethora of hits in the late 60s, early 70s. He also he was
word is in his shoot didn't open. That's just Is he the one that Melissa Etheridge was like, well, me and my lesbian partner here, we'd like a baby, but we're two women, and they went over there and got David Crosby to donate some yum yum so that they could make that happen.
I see.
I think that did happen.
I don't know. His spouse was Jan Dance.
Of course it is. David Crosby. No, not the Packers kicker. CK. Not the Packers kicker.
No,
that guy's name is Ethan Crosby. I think
he was a part of the Byrds way back when.
What did they sing?
The Byrds?
Or were there songs?
No, there were songs by the Byrds. Oh, I can't think of one now. You're putting me on the spot. The Byrds.
Thundersnow says, Jeffrey, you are correct. Okay, so he was the donor father to Melissa Etheridge's baby, or at least with her partner. I don't know which one of them had the kid, to be honest. Keon sitting there just kind of glazed over, like, I don't even know who Melissa Etheridge is. I don't even
know. Just several names in a row of people I don't know.
Basically, we're having the CW of conversations right now.
Yeah.
Dirty Donkey says the only good thing about the CW was that dancing frog. Come on, my baby. Come on, my baby. Well, of course, they got rid of that frog. I remember seeing that frog in the commercials. The cartoons, but I had no idea what was going on as a baby. Tiger Paws says yes on the thing with Melissa Etheridge. Birds, turn.
There you go. Perfect.
There's a season, turn me right round, baby, right round a record, baby, round. So he was the dude with the mascara and the hair.
No.
Fish Tank says the kicker's name is not Ethan, it's Mason Crosby. You don't know what he goes by at home. Getting tired of your crap, Fish Tank.
Mr. Tambourine Man. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me.
Can I stop you there for a second?
Please.
There's where you know a lot of drugs were going through David Crosby's system. You can't play a song on the tambourine.
Yeah.
That's all you can do. What song are you playing on a tambourine that doesn't just only go?
I think you.
Drugs.
I think you.
A lot of drugs, but he made it to 81. So God bless him. Well done. Well done, David Crosby. No, Keon does not know anything about music history, Big George. He has no knowledge of music history. Where does your music history begin, Keon?
Where does it begin? I don't know. I know some 80s music. Just I don't know. Just like it's pretty random, but just whatever my dad listened. Like my dad listened to a lot of Prince, so I listen to Prince. My dad listened to a lot of Bob Marley, so I listen to Bob Marley.
All right. No, it's not Crosby from the Crosby Show, Boogie. That's Cosby, the rapist. All right, we better move on to something else. So
the comedic rapist.
Yeah. Oh, as far as rapists go, Very funny.
Mhm.
888-368-1580. All right. So a couple of other little tidbits before we start talking the NFL. Usain Bolt. We all know he's the fastest damn man alive
on the planet. Yeah.
He would run races. He would get there before the camera could capture his image. And what I didn't know is he made a lot of damn money. How do you make that much money just running races? It has to be all the money you get from advertisements and being on like the CW and stuff, right?
Endorsements and stuff. Yeah. And being on the CW, which we know is a wealth. It's a regular bank for people who want to make money in the industry. Yeah.
So here's Usain Bolt. He's like, I got all my CW money there in the bank, $12.8 million, right?
Wow. Yeah.
You know how it is every now and then. You got to check your account, make sure there's no, identity theft, make sure, we're good to make rent or do whatever that payment went through. Make sure I'm not getting double charged by whether you've got, $12 or 12 million.
Yeah.
It's wise. Occasionally you got to check those accounts. And so he goes into his $12.8 million account. And boop, 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 boop. It says, Cam, what? Instead of 12.8 million, there was $12,000.
Oh boy.
I don't know how much you know about math, but that's a considerable difference.
Yeah, somebody made a mistake.
Million,
yeah.
And like 12,000. Well, no, he went through it and the bank is like, oh, no, that's correct. And so, of course, the lawyers are getting involved. And this is also in Puerto Rico. So, God, who knows what's going on at that bank? Who knows what's going on at the banks in America? They're all filthy. Anyway, he's pushing for his money back. And that's what the lawyer says. We don't even care. We just give the man his money back. That's all we're saying. And there's no evidence that somebody got in there and made a withdrawal. There's no evidence that there was identity theft. The bank itself has taken this man's money, his $12.8 million.
Wow.
Oh boy.
So we will see. We will see.
Yeah,
can't get that money back.
You might not, but if he's willing to sue, he might be able to. I mean, he's going to be someone who's going to be able to afford the lawyers and the fees.
Not with 12 grand. He's not.
No, listen up. I'm not saying he can't get the money back. What I meant was he can't get the money back earning wise. He's done running races. There ain't a whole lot he's going to do to get $12.8 million back. I get 12.8 thousand back, but he ain't gonna get 12.8 million.
I mean, I've seen him in a few commercials still, but that's I don't think that he's gonna do $12.8 million worth of commercials anytime soon either.
Yeah. So whatever is going on here, there is being investigated. Also, Jamaica's Financial Services Commission announced it's going to appoint a special auditor to look into fraud allegations there. In Kingston. So there's a lot going on with Usain Bolt's money. Everybody's trying to steal it from him, I guess.
Was his bank in Puerto Rico or Jamaica?
Well, in Puerto Rico, that's where Usain Bolt's lawyers are. So no, I'm sorry. It was a private investment firm in Jamaica that's getting investigated. I got the country's wrong.
There we go. There we go. Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
Every place I've mentioned, a good deal of
shenanigans. Yeah.
Corruption. Mm-hmm. Jamaica, Puerto Rico, the United States. All three, plenty of corruption.
Cool runnings, man.
Dirty Donkey says, hope he didn't read his contract too fast. Got to read that small print. Yeah, he does everything fast. There's a pretty good chance you're right. Heavy Metal Maniac says, Pete Davidson and Snoop Dogg have been named Pro Bowl captains. First of all, they're going to be so damn stoned out of their mind. Second, how the hell are they Pro Bowl captains when they've never played football ever?
Because it's a flag football game.
Yeah, so you just pick them. Just pick.
It makes some players captains.
I mean, you can, but they're going to be silly and goofy about it.
Make the kickers captains. It's the only time in their life they will be that.
Yeah, I agree.
Just saying.
I mean, it's the Pro Bowl. I mean,
sure, Brett Maher will be there. That was for you, Heavy Metal Maniacs.
Damn.
888-368-1580. And the other day, we were going to talk about this yesterday. We just never got a chance. Brooke Lopez, just for some reason, took Gary Trent Jr.'s headband off his head. Gary Trent Jr. got him kind of in like a little bear hug thing. It was a basketball play. He was holding him. There was a reason for it. part of foul and stuff. And so as he's held there, he just looks at him. He's like, "Let go of me, let go of me." Oh yeah, Voop! And took his headband off. Oh, that started quite the ruckus. And we thought, well, this is going to turn into a fight. Yeah, well, okay, so cooler heads prevailed. No punches were actually thrown, but some people were pretty upset about it.
Mm-hmm.
And so later on, he got ejected, and they're like, "Why did you do that?" Sort of silly, because you're not allowed to do that, and now you've got ejected from the game. And he says, "Here's what he's." Let me give you a preview. I think Brooks Lopez from the Milwaukee Bucks, he's a serial killer.
What?
Really?
Yeah. He says, "It was driving me insane. I had to do something. It was talking to me, making sure." He's like, like serial killers say the dog in the apartment building was talking to them. That headband was talking to me.
The headband was talking to Brooke Lopez?
Yeah. You're going to find some bodies buried in his backyard.
Wow.
He is a serial killer. If the headband is talking to him, what else is talking to him?
He's 7 feet tall. That's the world's scariest serial killer.
That's right. He just pick you up and drop you and you're dead.
Yeah.
That's frightening.
From that height.
Then he'll take your headband.
I'm hoping that he's just a silly man, because that's some serial killer stuff right there. Oh,
he is a pretty goofy guy in general. So
the headband was talking to me. That's where the reporter just sort of backs away. Yeah, well, we're going to see you later. Oh, no, that's good.
Bye,
don't follow
Brooke.
me. Please don't follow me.
See you later.
Is he a good player, that Brooke Lopez?
He's pretty good, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
He said that, and then there's a reporter that was like, "I'm trying to get a serious answer."
He was probably giving you one, and you all thought he was kidding. You're going to find bodies. That's all I'm saying.
Uh-oh.
Cardinal Art says, well, Snoopy Dogg did play football and has several youth football leagues, which travel to Arizona. My kid played in them too. Well, Cardinal Art, I don't know if that, it's just all a bunch of, fun. So that's why they brought him in. That's why they brought in Snoop Dogg for the fun. Pete Davidson, just trying to see what kind of tale he brings with him. That's the only reason you bring him. It's not like he's going to be fun or funny, but you just want to see who's the gal on his arm this time, and then all the players get a shot.
Interesting.
I think that's the thinking right there.
They're two famous stoners, so they will be absolutely high, and that's the joke. That's
one is really famous. The other one's Pete Davidson. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
First, we decide where we want to go. Then we need to know the best way to get there. Hi, my name's Adam Barada. I'm the owner of Advantage Gold. We're the highest rated precious metals firm in the country. We teach people how to own physical gold and silver. Now, we've won the Best of TrustLink Award 4 years in a row because we educate our clients on how to buy gold and silver the right way. We don't pay celebrity spokespeople millions of dollars. We'd rather pass that value on to you. Call 800-900-8000 and speak with one of our experts. We'll send you a free gold kit along with my latest #1 national best-selling book, The Great Devaluation. Call 800-900-8000. That's 800-900-8000. Get the best information, the best process, the best service, the best value. Call Advantage Gold at 800-900-8000. Call 800-900-8000.
Advantage Gold is not an investment advisor or a tax advisor. Consult with your financial advisor before investing.
For the latest from the world of golf, tune in every Saturday morning from 6 to 8 for the Golf Shop Radio Show, presented by PlayGolfMyrtleBeach.com, the golf capital of the world. Hosts Mark Greenhelch and Matt Blanchard talk golf from tee to green and everything in between. If you like golf, you're going to love Golf Shop Radio. Before you tee up, drop on in. Welcome to the Golf Shop here on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
The Renaissance Festival is back!
Huzzah!
Weekends, February 4th through April 2nd.
It's awesome.
I love it. It's great for the family. All our kids love it. That's why we come here every year.
Good times can be had by all.
It's the best time we have every year. It's a great time for everyone. Join us at the Renaissance Festival! Huzzah!
Come and have a turkey leg.
The Renaissance Festival is back!
Huzzah!
Weekends, February 4th through April 2nd. Discount tickets available at Bashers and Food City or Arizona.renfestinfo.com. Presented by Delta Airlines, Bashers, Food City, Pepsi, Budweiser, and Guinness.
You come out here and you really have a good time. My kids love it.
There's lots of shops to go to. Hairdressing, riding. No face painting. Oh, and I really like the meat sticks, the turkey. Whoa, huzzah!
There's so much going on. Make sure you come out early and stay all day.
You can always save on Renaissance Festival admission with discount tickets at Bashers' and Food City stores statewide. Huzzah!
If you want to save money and start the year right, Staples has you covered.
I need everything to restock my business. File folders, break room supplies, even business cards.
Staples has you covered with big savings on everything you need for your home or office. And now at Staples, Rewards members get $30 back via Staples store bonus when they spend $100. That's $30 to use toward everything from ink to tech. Save big right now at Staples, the working and learning store. Rewards members only. Store bonus redeemable in-store only. Offer ends 1/21.
1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Arizona's new home for sports.
David Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. Watermelon texts in, says, this Brooke Lopez thing. I think if you were a serial killer standing over 7 feet tall, it'd be kind of hard to hide and wait in the dark, being 7 feet tall and all.
Would
it be all sneaky and stealthy as a 7 foot tall man? You got to have a certain amount of stealth to pull off the old serial killer thing, don't you?
I would think if you're tall, you can stand in the corner, and play like you're a lamp.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, like LED lighting, because these days it's not as easy to pretend you're a lamp as it used to
but
be.
you could stand in the corner like a lamp or something,
or
make like a tree.
Think about it.
More like a tree.
You're in an alleyway. You're hiding in the shadows. You're 7 feet tall, which means you got an insane wingspan. Yeah, just a pair of arms reach out from the darkness, grab a person, and no one would ever know.
We're starting talking about the hiding part. So here, I'm going to do my imitation of this guy. You'll have to see this on the YouTube to try and pretend to be a street light. Ready? He's just got to reach out like that.
See?
Stand real still. And
see how easy that is?
His cell phone light out.
Yep. I'm a big lamp.
I don't know if it's going to work, to be honest.
No, I think it could.
I don't think it's going to work.
It's got possibilities.
I don't know, Watermelon. I think you may be onto something there, or just on something. Big George says, Brooke Lopez is stealing my thunder as a 7 foot tall serial killer. You better stay away from California. That's my territory. Noted. OJ Simpson says, Jag Dog, he was tall and stealthy. He wasn't that tall.
No.
What's the stats on OJ Simpson? He was like 6'1", maybe. Yeah. What's going on here?
Yeah, OJ was 6'1" on the
Damn. I have never known that. I just guessed. Cabana says, I asked you and Randy to invest in Pickleball League. Too late. Larry Fitzgerald took Arizona. Maybe Usain Bolt bought some FTX and didn't know it. I'm pretty sure if you bought the FTX, you know it. And not interested in investing in pickleball. That's where all the tax write-offs for the celebrities went. There's nobody making money on pickleball. Not more than once. You know what I'm saying? It might be enough of a fad where, hey, I've invested in pickleball. And, look, this year there's a small, teeny little bit of return. Next year, oh, my God, what happened? Trust me, that's a tax write-off. Boomer Sooner says, good day, everyone. Can I get an 805, please?
Absolutely.
Of course you can. Why would you think we would deny you that? Before we start getting into the deep coach talk stuff, I do want to ask Keon something. I know you've got Keon Rose's college basketball dance party coming up later in the program, but the news broke a little bit ago that Notre Dame coach Mike Brey is going to step down at the end of the season. And the interesting thing about this wasn't that he's ending his 23-year run with Notre Dame. It's not that he's probably one of the 6 or 7, most winningest coaches around right now. It's more the fact that when he gave the announcement, he said, they're like, oh, okay, I'll be telling the students about this after practice. How disconnected is Coach Brey? He gives a press conference. Yeah, I'm quitting after the season. No, don't worry. I'll tell the guys after practice. All the guys already know because they have this magical device, Coach Brey. It's called a phone, and it's got the internets on it. And before you even left the room, everyone on the team already knew Holy crap! The coach is quitting this year.
Mike Bray is 63 years old, which means that he is not old enough to not know how phones work.
Should know better. Either that or he's just a guy who's so focused on basketball that his brain is still stuck all the way back in 1978.
I wonder if he's like Bruce and he just still has like a flip phone. It's
that's a good possibility. Boy. That is a good possibility.
And so he doesn't know what a modern phone can do because he never bothered to get one. It's possible.
Well, he'll have all the time in the world to figure that out. I guess he's actually retiring, right? Or is he maybe going to go on someplace else? Possible that NBA wants to hire Mike Bray?
I don't think so. As good a coach as he is, he just never drew that kind of attention. No, I think he's retiring. I mean, the guy had an incredible run. Won 430 plus games as the head coach of the Fighting Irish, and had them competitive. I mean, they made the NCAA tournament very often. They were always there giving themselves a chance, which is the most that you can ask for. If you're not Duke, North Carolina, those programs expect to win it all the time. But you're Notre Dame, you're a football school. The fact that you're in the tournament more often than you're not, that's pretty incredible. Yeah, he deserves all the credit in the world, but I think that he's retiring.
All right, fair enough. Wish him well. All right, another thing before we get into the coaching stuff. I just saw the cringiest headline. A cringy headline. This came out just a little bit ago. Russell Wilson has contacted Sean Payton to let him know he wants him as the Broncos head coach. Can you imagine that phone call? Hey, what's going on? Hey, what's going on? Hey, I'd really like to have you as the coach. I could come use one of my bathrooms, any of my bathrooms. You got a lot of bathrooms. The hell, man. That probably hurt your chances, Bronco fans, more than it helped that Russell Wilson's picked up a phone and called Sean Payton.
Let's ride.
Oh, my God.
Hey, Sean, let's ride.
You need to – somebody needs to handle Russell Wilson.
How?
And just when he gets an idea in his head, you say – don't. Just don't. No, don't.
Because that's all his ideas.
Wow.
I don't know how you stop him from doing any of them. I mean,
if you're a Denver Bronco fan, how do you feel about Russell Wilson? Hey, Coach Payton. Hey, listen up. I just want you to know I want you here. And it'd be magical. It'd be magical, like the first night that I made love to my wife when we waited until marriage. It was amazing.
But then posted the afterglow on social media for reasons nobody fully understands, because that's a thing that nobody wanted, but we got.
But I'm Russell Wilson, and I've waited a long time.
Wow.
A long time. She says it might happen this weekend. 888-368-1580.
Oh, boy.
So I want to know, Bronco fans, did this hurt or help your chances?
Where's Hefty Lefty when you need him? Isn't he a Bronco
He's probably
fan?
Weeping.
He is.
Yeah.
He's weeping openly. He's texted in once today, I think. So I'm sure we'll hear from him on that. All right, let's get to, they always say that the Monday after regular season is Black Monday. Well, the Buccaneers decided to make it Thursday because nothing happened for a few days. You're like, oh, well, I guess that's that. And if you work there, you're probably like, yeah, okay, we're probably all right. Probably all right. Everybody got fired. Everybody got fired today, but Todd Bowles. And this is probably a Todd Bowles saving his own ass kind of move. But they fired Byron Leftwich. He is gone, fired. They fired assistants Kevin Garver, Todd McNair, Clyde Christensen. He's retiring. And then they even fired the one woman that was working as an assistant DL coach, Lori Locust. And that's it. There's no more women doing that job, but they cleaned house. Now I'm thinking to myself, did they do that as a way to show Tom Brady, hey, we're working on it, please don't leave? Or did they actually see so much dysfunction that they have to rebuild the entire coaching staff?
No, I think this is a last ditch to try and keep Tom Brady.
It's also Todd Bowles taking no accountability.
I mean,
that's what this feels like.
Because you're the head coach. No head coach is going to fire themselves. No head coach is going to go, wow, the job I've done here is absolutely inadequate. I'll step down. That I've never seen it happen. So, he should take some responsibility, but he's not going to take it by being fired.
I don't know how much responsibility he should take, though, because, facts are facts. The injury bug loomed large for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The entire offensive line was injured at one point during the entire season.
Bowles is a defensive coach, and we saw them struggle mightily, not just from the player stand, but also from the play calling standpoint.
There was also a lot of injuries on both sides of the football. I don't know how emptying out the offensive line and defensive line coach, offensive coaching staff, and the defensive line coach is going to fix anything. I don't see how it's going to solve any problem.
I know that they had injuries all year, but they were not injured in that playoff game, and they did nothing.
Well, they were still. I mean, Christian Wirfs was still injured. That Jensen that came back to center, he still wasn't 110%. The right guard, I forget his name. He wasn't playing the game. But that offensive line was not the starting. That's not the starting offensive line that Tom had going into the season.
Well, the offensive line coach, Joe Gilbert, he will be still, not the coordinator, but the coach, the line coach, and Harold Goodwin, the run game coordinator, they get to stay.
Okay, so we're not blaming them for the lack of success, but on the defensive side of the ball in that playoff game, they were healthy. And they did nothing to stop Dak Prescott. Literally nothing. They didn't blitz him, nothing. Dak was able to stand. I mean, and maybe they were bored.
You got to keep them actively interested.
But I don't know, Todd. Dial up a blitz. Dial up a stunt. Bring some extra pressure from somewhere. You can't have Dak Prescott not have any pressure on him because he's a good enough quarterback. He'll sit back there and tear you to pieces, and that's exactly what happened. And no adjustment got made. I do put some of that on Todd Bowles. I do. Your defense was not banged up in the playoff game. They were healthy.
But Todd Bowles wasn't let go.
Of course, that's what I'm saying. He's the head coach. He's not going to let himself go. But he fired the defensive line coach. He called the plays, but he fired the defensive line coach. Mm-hmm. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Fish Tank says, at what age do you start to pretend shooting people on the TV with your finger gun? At what age? He says, anytime my dad sees Snoop Dogg on the TV, he pretends to shoot him and grumbles about how he's a felon. So he's like, felon. He says, for context, my dad is a retired Phoenix police officer. Wow. Okay. So I don't know if you've noticed lately, but that is, so your dad is, at first, before I read that last part, I thought, well, your dad is either racist or a Phoenix police officer. And now it could be both. Have you had...
because
I mean, I know that Clint Eastwood did that in that movie. He was always doing that to people. I don't know.
Because does he do it when Martha Stewart's on TV? She's also a felon.
Yeah, that's a good point. Good point. Fish Tank, use that on your dad. Bring up the Martha Stewart, see if he does that. I come from the era of squish you from Kids in the Hall, where you just squish your head.
Yeah, I like that one.
That's squish your head. You might see me when I'm like 70 doing that to people. Goosh, goosh. Yeah. Gonna squeeze your head. Goosh. I don't know if I do like guns though. Heavy Metal Maniac says this is a huge mistake by Tampa. How are you going to be able to keep Tom? Does he want to start with a whole new coaching staff? The head coach should have been gone as well. What a joke, Tampa.
Tom Brady won a Super Bowl with Byron Leftwich, which I think this was a huge error in judgment.
But I think that Tom Brady was not happy with the offensive coaching staff, and that's why they cleaned house.
Tom Brady is leaving, and they're like, well, we don't have to press him anymore. Let's do something else. It's a Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
If you are 65 or older, you know this. Watching your hard-earned dollars fly out the window on healthcare costs is so frustrating. But here's some great news. If you missed the December 7th deadline for open enrollment, it's not too late. Here's something that can really help. It's Medi-Share 65 Plus. Medi-Share is a community of Christians who share each other's healthcare bills. People who encourage and pray for each other too. Medi-Share 65 Plus is a low-cost option for those with Medicare Parts A and B, and it fills in the gaps where Medicare stops. It's a great way to fight inflation too. You can lock in one low monthly price for up to 10 years. Plus, it's easy. You can use any Medicare-approved doctor or get 24/7 telehealth access from the comfort of your home. So worth looking into. Medishare 65 Plus is open for enrollment. And if you join right now before January 31st, your second month will be free. So don't miss this chance. Call 844-SHARE-65. That's 844-SHARE-65. 844-SHARE-65.
Hey guys, it's Stephen McCollum from the main event here on 1580 The Fanatic. NFL division playoffs are coming this weekend. We keep you updated on the teams and all the news around the NFL. ASU and Arizona have UCLA and USC in town this week. We look at the games. Coyotes are in a slide and the Suns also. What is in the future for these two teams? So join me, Stephen McCollum, on the main event, Monday through Friday, noon to 2 p.m. here on 1580, 99.3 FM, The Fanatic.
As a kids, we all loved hopping on our bikes and hitting the road.
I'll be back for dinner. See ya.
Well, bikes just got reinvented for us big kids. If you haven't tried an electric bike, you have no idea what you're missing. Hit the road, the trails, or the beach by pedaling or not pedaling.
It's like being a kid all over again.
Start with the best. Hemingway e-bikes are the best fat tire electric bikes sold. Since 2017, Hemingway is known for durability, price, safety, and fun. Hemingway is the long-range e-bike experts, taking you faster and farther on a single charge. Hemingway sells direct to the consumer, ships right to your home, and has over 2,000 five-star reviews. Choose from 7 models, all with an unprecedented 2-year warranty. Find out why over 50,000 customers call Hemingway the best e-bike there is. Go to HemingwayEbike.com. That's HIMIWAY ebike.com. Now save up to $250 with promo code FANATIC. Go to HemingwayEbike.com.
With LifeWell, help is here. We offer mental health and addiction treatment focused on adults with financial need. Learn about recovery and whole person health at lifewell.us and find an inspiring career to become part of our team. We're hiring psychiatrists, therapists, case managers, clinicians, and more. Start a career of hope, health, and healing. Visit lifewell.us. This message is sponsored by LifeWell and a Virginia G. Piper Charitable Trust COVID Response Grant.
Live from the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale. This is KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K240U Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 4 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White, Keon Rose in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale. Fish Tank says, hey, I'll let my dad know that the radio station thinks he's racist. I'm sure he'll take it to heart and become a brand new man. Don't put that on us, man. We don't need no trouble with the law. Anyway, what were we doing? Oh, that's right. It's the Daily Blender here in the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale. Lots of stuff happening today. Tampa Bay Buccaneers fired everybody pretty much but Todd Bowles and the run game coordinator and the offensive line coach. Outside of that, everything must go. You would think there was a sale. So the Buccaneers have made those changes. Some of the latest things that have happened would be the Dolphins firing Josh Boyer. Josh Boyer.
Not Josh Boyer.
Josh Boyer has been fired. Who's Josh Boyer? Is that the defensive guy?
I don't know. I was hoping you would tell me.
Oh. Defensive coordinator. Yeah, Josh Boyer. They don't never show Josh Boyer on the TV, though, do they? They always just show little dweeby what's left after cloning Mark Anthony. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They only show that guy.
Mike, what was his name? McCarthy?
Yeah, it's Daniel. Mike
McDaniel.
Mike
McDaniels.
McDaniels.
One of those mucks.
Yeah, he's a McDaniel.
He's a muck.
And so that guy is fired, just so you know, in case you're looking for, was he any good? I don't remember the Dolphins defense being like amazing or anything.
Apparently not. Mm-mm.
And Greg Roman, did he get fired or did he retire?
He stepped down.
He's got a hell of a side hustle going with that Romans for Men on the TV.
It's true.
I don't think that's him.
Hell of a side
I
hustle
look
going.
at him and I think, boners. But yeah, I guess
that he knew he was going to get fired.
I have decided that now is the right time to move on from the Ravens. What made you think that? They're about to fire my ass.
Yeah.
And so, this is the guy who did all that work with, Lamar Jackson and stuff. So
it's just that when you look at those offenses, they were scoring progressively less points every season. And it's just, especially at the beginning of this season, John Harbaugh said he needs to change his offense. And if it doesn't happen, we don't win, there's going to be problems.
Sometimes the glorious things they say about you after you've been fired or been told you better get out of here, it just doesn't really match up. Greg has led the development and success of a record-setting offense in Baltimore for several seasons.
He will be sort of missed,
which is
he
true.
Is a tremendous football coach as well as a family man, and he is a person.
That is true. I mean,
Greg devised and led our offense to no fewer than 26 historical NFL and franchise achievements. He established an identity for our offense, and now he can get his ass out of here.
Was that historical or hysterical?
Oh,
I mean, historical year one, hysterical year three.
Okay. All right. I was seeking clarity there.
I need to clean my glasses. You're probably right, Randy. So there you go with that. Here's the thing that is interesting. Ben Johnson from the Lions staying, and they gave him a brand new contract and a big old raise. So,
well, that's always good. I mean, to get a new contract and a raise.
Well, people are talking about him like, hey, we'd like to interview old Ben Johnson to be a head coach, and the Ford family, I guess, said. What we're going to do a Robert Kraft right now. Boom. Here's your money. Don't go nowhere. Okay. And I think that it's good he's staying because I'd hate to see the Lions bad again. I'm glad he's staying with the Lions. That makes football more interesting to me. So that is a done deal. He's contracted and he is staying. So my Colts are interviewing everybody, and they felt it necessary to post up. Today we're interviewing Jeff Saturday. Why are you doing that? Don't. No.
I think he's got a hand up on the competition, Jeffco.
It's a due diligence thing to me. I
look for a new team or do I just immediately go to the Cardinals?
They're not hiring Jeff Saturday.
What's the rule?
You don't have to look for a new team. They're not hiring Jeff Saturday.
Jeffrey, if you're going to find a new team, don't for God's sakes, don't go to the Cardinals.
Well, aren't I required to since I've lived here so long?
No, don't go to the Commandos and don't go to the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Well, no one.
If anything, you could be a Sea Chicken fan because you were born at the up there in that
in the Pacific Northwest.
You spent a lot of time up there.
No, I was born in
Portland
Colorado.
Area, right? You grew up in the Portland area.
If it's by born, I should be a Denver Broncos fan.
Well, there you go. At least, dear God, save yourself.
I don't want that either.
Why not? I mean, they've got a new owner. They fired the coach that stank last year. There's no perfect situation anywhere. I don't understand what you're looking for. If you're looking to hop to a Super Bowl team right now, they will not be a Super Bowl team in 5 years.
Well, I get that, Keon. I'm just saying, there's some teams you just never go to.
Correct.
Browns.
I just don't think the Broncos
Jets.
are on that list. I would say
the Broncos have had a recent Super Bowl, and Peyton Manning's scent is still on that team.
Yeah, I'll probably still be a Colts fan. I might just take a hiatus. I might just I'll go on a sabbatical. I'll go on a walkabout. I don't know.
Mental health timeout.
So the super fans of the Fourth Dimension have some opinions. And they have some opinions on this. Come to the Raiders, Jeffrey, says Watermelon.
No.
Not as long as Josh McDaniels there. Hell no. CK says Jeffrey should be a Vikings fan. I don't look good in purple. Heavy Metal Maniac says, well, you do a great impersonation of Jerry Jones there. I think you should be a Cowboys fan. No. Can't. Yeah, Randy about had a stroke on that one. CK says no. That way Donnie can enjoy some. I'm like, that's out of context at this point, so I'm not going to read it. Randy's Chuckle says, did you say Ben Johnson got erased? Sorry for having a hard time hearing with all these crappy Phoenix sports teams clogging my ears. Fish Tank says, Jeffrey, you saw the McDaniel Irsay rumor, right? What are the chances that's true? All right, so here is the story. I saw this on the Twitterverse, and I don't know if this is true or not. The rumor is Josh McDaniels and his wife invited Jim Irsay over to their place for dinner after they had said, hey, look, he's going to be our new head coach. And when he came to dinner, he was weird, he was bizarre, and he spent an ungodly amount of time in the bathroom. And after that, his wife, McDaniel's wife, says, you can't work for this man. You got to get out of this. That is a rumor that's being floated by somebody. I can't remember their name. They have a blue check mark.
Jeff
doesn't mean
Saturday.
It's true. I don't think it was Jeff Saturday. So here's the thing. All of that might be true, but maybe the reason Irsay was so unhinged was her cooking was so bad, and maybe it gave him immediate diarrhea. Because if you cook with a lot of lard and let's say too much salt, and you don't wash your hands when you're chopping up the vegetables, basically cooking like a pig. Well, then that could happen.
Clam
it
chowder
could happen. But
clam chowder always gives me the diarrhea.
I don't think it would be clam chowder.
Well, they came from New England, so
no, that's true though.
I just think like that's possible. But is it more likely that she cooked a meal that did that to Jim Irsay, or was Jim Irsay just weird and spent an ungodly amount of time in the bathroom? Because
considering how much of a douche nozzle Josh McDaniels is, I imagine he married a real winner. So I'm saying it's more likely her cooking put this poor man into the bathroom.
Just we know Jim Irsay to be weird. Like he is just weird. Like that's just Jim Irsay in the middle of this football season.
Or is he eccentric?
Put a video of himself on Twitter singing the blues horribly on his private jet to no one in particular, a song he wrote and made up about. I still am not sure what. I just think Jim Irsay is weird enough that he could have just been weird. Like he's just
if you had that much money, Keon, I guarantee you at some point you'd be putting a video out too.
Right? Sure. But if I listened back to it and it sounded like what he did.
You're so rich you don't need to listen back to it. You're so rich you don't even have to think about it again.
All I'm saying is that there are many owners in this league. Some of them are bad people. Some of them are awful human beings. Jim Irsay is not those things, but Jim Irsay is very strange. Like even among NFL owners, among rich people who don't give a damn, Jim Irsay in particular gives less of a damn than most.
Fish Tank says instead of the Rooney Rule, Colts are going to start the Make-A-Wish Saturday rule, where each team has to interview someone completely incompetent who should never coach. Just make dreams come true.
I would explain the Vance Joseph thing.
I feel like we've already done that, and he actually got to coach this year. King of Kittens says, is this the new thing? Is this it? Blowing out one side of the coaching staff? Is that what we're doing now? Well, you are in Buccaneer land. Big George says, Jeffrey, you should be a Chicago Bear fan. That's one team that is worse than your Colts. Yeah, that is good. I mean, listen, if you jump teams, it's good to go to a bad team. That way nobody accuses you of bandwagoning, Heavy Metal Maniac still on it. Go Cowboys. And he says, sorry, Randy, I wasn't trying to give you a heart attack there. Who was your team before the Cardinals became a team, by the way?
Me?
Yeah. He's asking you.
Let's see. There was a time that I was a Cowboys fan back in the Roger Staubach days.
Yeah,
I was
pretty hateful.
I was a Fran Tarkington, Minnesota Vikings fan.
That's incredible.
I was a Bart Starr Green Bay Packer fan.
Did anybody catch my "That's Incredible" joke right there? Just went right by everybody because Fran Tarkenton then was on an ABC show called "That's Incredible," which is the same thing as like just going through and watching TikTok videos.
I was just trying to move along.
I didn't get the joke, so
I was a Roman Gabriel, a Los Angeles Rams fan.
I'm a Peter Gabriel fan.
Sledgehammer. And then I think just before the Cardinals came into existence, I think I was a Bears fan. I think.
a lot of teams there. Watermelon says, Irsay. He was doing blow in the bathroom. Maybe. But more likely that, yeah. Blissful Hayes says, I'm hearing Dingleberry is going to be the Colts' new head coach. I don't know, Blissful Hayes. You're just like you're a one-line wonder. All you do is try to bug me about Colt stuff. It doesn't do that to me. Now, if we were sitting around and said Cliff Kingsbury to Keon Rose, he'll lose his ever-loving mind.
Mm-hmm.
Time to rise up.
That stuff ain't going to work on me. John Elway's Teeth says Broncos country is just fine with Russ. Okay. He's not the problem in Denver. Denver was down to their third string left tackle, third string center, third string right tackle, fourth string running back, wide receiver 2. Tim Patrick was out for the entire year. Wide receiver 3, wide receiver 4, both missed significant time. Tight end 1 was out for the first 5 games. Tight end 2 was a healthy scratch for most of the year because he was in Hackett's doghouse. Denver was the second most penalized team in the league, and Russ was tied for the most sacks in the league in 22. Remember my teeth? Took the Broncos to 3 Super Bowls in the 80s, only to go 5-11 in 1990. Oh, yeah. I went on to win 2 Super Bowls. My teeth.
All I'm saying is Russell Wilson holds onto the ball a lot. So, I mean, you can blame the offensive line for some of that, but not all of it. 16 touchdowns to 11 interceptions for Russell Wilson. Which that you got to put some of that on him. Quite frankly, he didn't play well. And then your team's offense was just not scoring more than 17 points a game for like most of the season. What are you bringing a big time quarterback for, if not to score more points?
John Elway's Teeth. That was an epic text, but there is something wrong. There is something wrong with Russ.
Yeah, I mean, he got better
really
near the end of the season. We started to see the
last
old
2
Russell
games. You're
Wilson.
kind of like, whoa, but I think that had more to do, maybe to John Elway's Teeth's point, that had more to do with the new guy calling plays. You know,
I'm not blaming everything on Russ, but to hear that Russ picked up the phone and called Sean Payton, Russell Wilson is a very corny person, and
cringy.
That's going to do some things if you're a coach that you're considering coaching this team, and quarterback is one of the big reasons why you were going to choose one of the teams you're going to choose. And then, the corniest of the group of them calls you on the phone to tell you how much he wants you to be there.
Let's ride.
This is Russ. I just want to say, let's ride.
I can hear it now.
Yeah.
Hey, coach. Hey, coach, it's me. It's Russ Wilson. Let's ride. Hey, you need to come out here and be a part of the team. I was a virgin until I was married. Let's ride. And now I ride all the time. But now it's because I'm a Bronco.
Sorry, I might be seeming a little out of breath, but I'm doing deep knee bends as I run around the house. This was why I'm just trying to make sure I stay in shape. All right. So listen, why don't you come down here to Denver and we'll do deep knee bends together and we'll win some games, maybe 2 or 3. Come on, man. And I'll even let you use my bathroom. I got 19. Let's go. Let's ride. Let's ride.
Fortunately for everybody, money seems to be the biggest factor here for Sean Payton.
I just hope that he just didn't even finish listening to the answering machine message. You know what I'm saying? He just fast forward past Russ's part. Good God. Straight Striper says Jim Irsay is not weird. In the words of Rick James, cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Shrooms are also a hell of a drug.
I thought he was going to say, in the words of Rick James, he's a very kinky girl.
Mm-hmm. He's the kind you don't take home to mother.
Right.
Fish Tank says, Jeffrey, have you met a cokehead? They are weird. Jim Irsay was on another planet rowing across the mythical ocean to meet aliens in the bathtub. All right, but maybe her cooking pushed him to that. I don't know. I'm pretty sure there's something wrong with Josh McDaniels' wife's cooking. Why? Because he's a rat.
I mean, I'm not going to pull her into this. I don't know anything about her. All I know is that Jim Irsay likes drugs. And so if someone said, wow, Jim Irsay's being real weird, I'm not going to sit. I am not going to assume that the guy we know really likes drugs did not do drugs.
That does not seem fair. CK says, Randy, how would you like the Cardinals rob the Colts like the Niners did to the Bears when they took Trubisky? Pour me a Guinness, please.
Rob the Colts of what?
What do we have? Oh, you mean like, oh, no. He's talking about the draft picks because here we are sitting there trying to get up there to get that number 1 pick. And the Cardinals say, nope, and take that away from us. You guys end up with the first round pick. Because the thing is, you don't do that for anything but a quarterback. So that's the only way that happens, CK. So Randy, any chance in hell the Cardinals scream up to the first pick of the draft for a quarterback?
No. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
No.
Keon, what do you think?
No, I think that would be insane. And
if I was the GM, we would.
Yes, and that would be insane.
Your team needs a quarterback.
Fortunately,
crazy like a Jeffrey.
The GM they just hired, I'm assuming, is not that. So
dude he looks a little unhinged. He does look a little unhinged. Dawson Fart. I went back and I watched his press conference. Ooh, something's not right there. Something. I don't know. I can't put my finger on it just yet. Maybe he was nervous. Oh, I think there's something there. I got nothing to back that up. He might be the best person on the planet, but I'm just like, something going on here. Boogie says, Jeffrey, you can become a Lions fan for a couple of years. MCDC is entertaining, and they're about to be good. What is MCDC?
Is that a rap group?
What is MCDC?
It's a rap group, like AC/DC is a rock group.
If I'm a Lions fan, McDC. I don't understand what you're saying there, Boogie. Kiss the Cook says, sounds like Jim Irsay was in the bathroom giving himself a fruit basket and yelling in the mirror, put the lotion in the fruit basket.
Motor City Dan Campbell. Boogie, you're a Lions fan. Nobody outside of your Lions fandom was ever going to get that without a Google
You know
search.
what, though? Props to Boogie. He made you do it.
I had to. I was like, what the hell is that?
Big George says, I think Kevin Sumlin would be a great coach in Denver. He was very successful at Arizona.
Oh,
A-Wings 22 says, Randy, I think there was a generation who were Roger Staubach, Dallas Cowboy fans, then found new teams when he retired.
Yeah.
Radio Pal, I got the TV reference, but I could not text in instantly. I appreciate that. That's incredible. Finding Wampa says, so Josh McDaniels decides to go with the Raiders and Mark Davis because he's a stable and sensible owner then, huh? This guy flies all the way to LA just to get a haircut. Yeah.
Wouldn't
that's
you
a good
if you had
point.
hair like Mark Davis? Come on.
You got shroomed out party boy Jim Irsay in your bathroom doing lines, or you've got creepy Mark Davis, bloodshot eyes and Chucky haircut sitting in the dark, of his little suite, and you see his glowing eyes staring out at you.
I mean, he's definitely a creepy guy.
You're right. You should move on from Jim Irsay.
Hey,
to Mark Davis.
Yeah, I don't. But Mark Davis, here's the thing: Mark Davis can pretend to be normal. When you are on shrooms, you cannot pretend. There's no pretend to be normal.
Tell
when
us
you
about
are
your
on
time
drugs.
on shrooms.
I actually don't have any.
It's story time
on shrooms
with Keon.
Really?
Yeah, no, but I had a roommate who did a lot of drugs, like a lot.
Can I tell you that
Like a
everybody
lot.
who has a story about drugs and they claims they haven't done it had a roommate?
No, I mean, like I have done drugs. I have not done shrooms.
Story time with Keon.
There's certain drugs you stay away from because it's like, listen, I don't need to be hallucinating, demons while I'm trying to do my job. Okay.
I feel like at some point
I just like to
should
mellow
not-
out and watch
you
TV.
You shouldn't do psychedelics unless you have like a blow up unicorn from the pool.
Oh boy,
that you can sit on, because then all of a sudden it becomes real and it protects you.
Yeah,
that's the best. That's how you have a good trip.
Well,
not a bad trip.
I don't know. You try to write it out in traffic or something. Look, there's ways that can go very wrong.
Much more entertaining for everyone else. Big Risk says, what's considered a long time in a bathroom? And how long does it take to do a few lines? He's rich, so I'm guessing he had it in a bullet, right? So he wouldn't have to prep in there. Maybe it was a stomach thing, and there was a problem in the toilet. It's like Dumb and Dumber. That's what I'm saying. The cooking from Josh McDaniels' wife created him to be Jeff Daniels in Dumb and Dumber. And that's all we need to hear about that. It's Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
There's no doubt that Harmon Solar can save you up to 85% on your monthly electric bill. That's a fact. Bruce Jacobs here. But did you know it's possible to get solar for zero down and no payments for 12 months? You can lease, finance, or even purchase outright. They have plans that fit everybody. Harmon Solar is a family-owned, woman-owned local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar at 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189, or go to harmonsolar.com.
Your home has gone way up in value, but have you taken advantage of it? This is Rob Canier with a phenomenal opportunity to tap into some of your home equity, earning tax-free income and eliminating your mortgage payment while staying in your home as long as you want. With home prices leveling off, don't don't wait to learn more about the new reverse mortgage. This is a safe and proven money saving and tax-free income opportunity for homeowners age 62 and older. Call me, Reverse Rob, and learn more today at 602-REVERSE. That's 602-738-3773, or download my app by searching Retire Right with Reverse Rob.
Last year, the Niners upset the Cowboys 23-17 in the first round of the playoffs. Dak and the Cowboys looked to cool off a red-hot San Francisco team and move to a championship game for the first time since Troy, Emmett, and Michael roamed the sidelines in Big D. Cowboys at 49ers. The winner moves on. Sunday at 4 p.m. on your home for the NFL playoffs and Super Bowl 57 live from Glendale. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. Okay, I want to get to Keon Rose's college basketball dance party, but let's clear up these texts real fast on the text line. CK says, LOL, the Colts would be moving up one spot, not the Cards. What are you talking about? No. Oh, we're gonna move all the way up to number one, my friend. That ain't happening. I thought you were trying to say the Cardinals are gonna block us. Ken Kitten says, I'm putting on the grill a marinated lemon garlic pork loin for fillets. 45 minutes or so over the medium heat there, Randy.
Just let the fire just lick it just a little bit.
You know what my wife made last night? I did not see it coming. I just walked downstairs and like, salmon. She makes salmon. Yeah, we've all had salmon. Yeah, we've all been to weddings and corporate things or this or that, and they're like, okay, you can choose between chicken or the salmon. You know, the chicken is a rubber biscuit and the salmon is usually dodgy and frightening. And but boy, I'll tell you what, my wife, she cooks salmon better than any restaurant you've ever been to.
Really?
It was juicy and moist, and it wasn't undercooked, it wasn't overcooked, it wasn't dry, had just the right flavoring on the top there. And then I got the asparagus. And oh my God, it was great. It was amazing. That was amazing. You know, she didn't grill it. I can grill salmon. I grill salmon pretty good, but oof, what she did with that fish.
Did she broil it?
Yeah. Lots of butter was involved. About the only time I see my wife cook with that much butter is a salmon. And I love her for it. Thunder Snow says Jim Irsay is way more entertaining than Mark Davis. I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. Mark Davis just sits around being creepy all the damn time. Kyle G says, you guys didn't know that Campbell's called MCDC? You need to watch more McAfee. I like McAfee. He had a radio show. Then he went off to somewhere else where he could just swear openly. So, yeah. All right. It's time now, ladies and gentlemen. No further ado. It's time for Keon Rose's college basketball dance party. Tell us what's going on this week and this weekend, guys.
Well, lots happening. Of course, basketball becoming prevalent in our thinking as the NFL starts to wind down. So let's start on Friday night. I got some big games to talk about on Friday night involving some of the country's sleepers, if you will. Actually, let's go to Saturday night.
Yeah, it's just that the top 25 tend to play Saturday or even today. There's a lot of games going on tonight.
Yeah, well, we can talk tonight instead of Friday night. Thursdays and Saturdays are usually the time when the guy. So Rutgers in action against Michigan State tonight. That'll be happening here shortly. Just a few moments. 23 Rutgers tipping off against Michigan State. What does that game look like for you, Keon Rose?
Yeah, no, it first off, this looks like a big time matchup. I'm going to enjoy the hell out of this particular game. Rutgers is rolling. Their last 8 games, they've been able to do some incredible things. Go out there, knock off an Ohio State squad, for instance, that had always been kind of the thorn in their side. And to be able to be one of the better teams offensively in the Big 10, very, very impressive. I'm a big fan of Cam Spencer. And what he brings to their squad. But Michigan State is deep, obviously. Tom Izzo is a fantastic coach. He is, the guy that has led the blue blood Michigan State Spartans to NCAA glory on numerous occasions. And the thing I like about their squad, they've got 3 guys averaging in double figures. And one guy who's almost about to get there. So as good as I think Rutgers is, I think Michigan State, being the home team, being coached by Tom Izzo and having as deep a squad as they do, I'm going to take the Spartans over the Scarlet Knights.
Another Big Ten matchup happening this afternoon involves number 3 Purdue. The Boilermakers they've strung together 4 wins in a row. Their last loss came at the hands of Rutgers, but they've knocked off 24 Ohio State. They knocked off Penn State, Nebraska, and Michigan State. Now they're going to take on Minnesota tonight. What does it look like to you?
They're going to stomp out Minnesota. And the big reason why is obviously their big man, Zach Edey, who is in consideration of, that Player of the Year award.
Yeah.
21 points a game. He's been a dominant force, on both ends of the floor, not just scoring, but on the defensive side of the ball too. And he's a big part of the reason why the Boilermakers are a one-loss basketball team. So, when we start getting into tournament time, I'll be interested in seeing how they do in the Big Ten tournament. But if they get through that pretty cleanly, we have to look at them as a contender to win the NCAA tournament.
All right. Another team to kind of keep your eye on as we start heading from January into February is the calendar's turn. You start seeing some of these smaller teams. Charleston's number 18. They're number 18 in the country for a reason. Overall record 19-1. They're 7-0 in their conference. And they are taking on a team tonight in Monmouth at 5 o'clock. What does this look like for you?
Yeah, the poor Monmouth Hawks. They're going to get run over. They've won one game out of 18 this entire season, and this is not good for them. This is going to be a beatdown of epic proportions. I will say this about Charleston: one of the things that makes them so special is, again, and you're going to see this from a lot of the smaller schools more so than your Kentuckys and Tennessees. The smaller schools are just deep. They recruit guys that are maybe 3-star athletes, 2-star athletes, but then these guys develop. They stay there 4-5 years if they're going to get a graduate degree. And so they're much older than maybe the more talented younger players. They've got more experience. And Charleston, I think, is in that same situation. They're going to make some noise in the tourney, absolutely. This is a game where you get to see guys maybe like it's a shoot around in the gym. I don't expect Monmouth to put up much resistance in this game.
Okay, this should be a good game. Xavier is they are. I'm sorry. Is it? No, it's a Gonzaga. I'm sorry, Gonzaga. You're currently 16-3, number 6 in the country. They've rattled off 11 wins in a row, and they go in tonight to take on a Loyola Marymount team that's 13-7 overall. Should be a good game. How about these Gonzaga Bulldogs? What do you see in this?
Yeah, it's hard to pick against Gonzaga around this time of year. They did have some issues early. They stumbled in a couple of games that honestly they really shouldn't have stumbled in, but that's part of, working things out on a year-to-year basis. And of course, Drew Timme is, I don't know, it feels like Drew Timme's been there for like 7 years. I don't know when he finally graduates. I thought he was going to enter the NBA draft last year. He came back again, but he's one of the best big men in the nation. He's one of the best scorers around the basket. He's one of the best rebounders in the country. Basketball IQ off the charts, makes all the right passes out of the post. Gonzaga really good for a win here. But I will say this, it's not going to be running away. Loyola Marymount is a very, very good school. Actually, GCU played them earlier in the year and held their own against LMU. But Loyola Marymount finds ways to win close games. And if Gonzaga doesn't show up and put them away early, there is a potential that the Lions could get the upset there.
All right, it's going down in Tucson at McHale Center as the number 11 ranked Arizona Wildcats welcome in the USC Trojans. Arizona a bit surprising because you would have thought they would have been a real powerhouse. Generally are, but currently they're in the middle of the pack of the Pac-12 right now, behind Oregon. 15-3 overall. They're 4-3 in Pac-12 play. What's happening in Tucson, and what can we look forward to tonight in this matchup between Trojans and U of A?
I just think with with Arizona, it's just some of these conference games have bitten them. They've been caught a little bit flat-footed. They've been highly ranked all year long. And when you are that team in your conference, you get everybody's best punch every single night. So they've been knocked off by a couple of teams that I expected them to beat. I expected them to beat Oregon State, didn't beat them. Expected them to beat, was it Washington? Didn't beat them. So
ASU beat
ASU beat both of those schools.
Yeah.
So I
where's ASU ranked again?
ASU is not ranked.
What?
Yeah, like I said, the most underrated team in the country, if you ask me. But Arizona is getting themselves together. Azuolas Tubelis is their leading scorer, averages around 20 a game, like unstoppable when he really gets going. And again, if I pronounce his name incorrectly, I'm sure every Arizona fan's going to come find me and let me know.
Who cares?
But I expect them to beat USC. They're at home. They're in front of their fans. Everybody knows how good they actually are. But I expect this to be no different than any other Pac-12 game that they've played. They're going to get the Trojans' best punch. And this is not a dud of a squad for USC. Boogie Ellis is a guy that can score, feels like from anywhere, really. So I just think that's going to be the test there. Is Arizona actually going to hold up to that initial rush of energy that USC is going to bring out onto the floor?
All right, let's move to Saturday before we get to the UCLA ASU matchup, because I know you want to break that down. We'll do that last. But let's move to Saturday. Georgetown is picking up their worries, and they're heading to Xavier, number 8 ranked Xavier in Cincinnati. What is that? I mean, I think Xavier should just roll through Georgetown, but break it down for us. That's a game I think everybody kind of wants to keep their eye on.
Yeah, I think that Xavier. We know if you fill out a bracket every year, Xavier is somewhere on the bracket. Okay, they are constantly in the mix. They always put together a good squad. They're good for winning in round 1, winning in round 2 in the NCAA tournament. I really don't see why this should be any different. They're 15-4. They're 7-1 in their conference. Georgetown, unfortunately, just not very good. I hate to say that because I'm rooting for Patrick Ewing. I really do. And he actually did get off to a pretty decent start as Georgetown's head coach initially. But then we got to a certain point, to a limit, and they just weren't able to get it done. I just think that Xavier is another one of those teams where you don't have to necessarily point out any singular guy. They're deep and they replace their talent every year. And that plays the major factor there. That's the difference maker. So I'm going to go with Xavier to beat Georgetown.
All right, a game I think everybody's going to kind of keep their eye on when number 14 TCU visits Allen Fieldhouse in Lawrence, Kansas, to take on number 2 Jayhawks. Let's talk about TCU at Kansas this Saturday.
Yeah, TCU has the chance to pull off an upset here. It's first off, conference play. Things get wonky in conference play. And in the Big 12 in particular, because not unlike the Pac-12 basketball conference, a lot of these schools, this is where they really, really shine. TCU has been building up their basketball program for the last couple of years, and they've finally done it. And they've been able to go out and get, 3-point shooters, guys that can go out and stretch the floor. And they play an up-tempo style of basketball. They really do. And I think that works well if you're going to play a school like Kansas. But it's Kansas. Bill Self, this team, this is their time of year. This is when they get dominant. They tend to, if they stumble early in the year. Now, I just don't see the Jayhawks, even against a really good TCU squad, stumbling against a TCU, just because when they're the home team in January, February, rolling into March, good luck beating them in their house.
All right, tonight's big game, the number 5 UCLA comes to the bank at Tempe to take on the yet unranked Arizona State Sun Devils. This should be a pretty good battle. ASU's been pretty hot. I mean, surprising this season, Keon, in their conference play. In second place, 6-1 behind this red hot UCLA team. Break it down for us tonight.
Yeah, I mean, first off, I got to give UCLA all the credit in the world. Because they are a fantastic defensive squad. That's where it starts for them. This is where they get to be dominant. It's not that they can't score. They obviously can, but that's not the strength of that team. The strength of that team is the fact that they just choke people out when they try to score. But I do think that ASU has a couple of things going for them in this game. I think that they do a great job moving the basketball around. They've got 5 guys on that squad averaging in double figures. So that's already great news. But also, they've got size. They can play outside, inside. And I'm just a big fan of Desmond Cambridge Jr. I just think that, he takes the team, late in the game, late in the second half. There's 5 minutes to go. He puts them on his back and he finds a way to get to the basket and score. And it's going to be a test of how consistent can ASU be? Can they actually go out there and make the shots that they need to make? Because they are a jump shooting team. And sometimes you live by the jump shot, you die by the jump shot. It's not as reliable as playing inside out. But it does mean that if you have a lot of guys who can score, a lot of guys who can shoot, you're going to stretch UCLA and have a really solid test for them. And call me crazy, I'm taking the Sun Devils for the upset. I'm taking them.
No.
Yes.
So if the Sun Devils win, do they finally get some credit and do they get ranked?
They would have to. This is the 5th ranked team in the damn nation. ASU is 15-3. They went up early in the season and beat Michigan and got no credit for that. If you can knock off UCLA, they'd have to give you the credit now. I know that it sounds kooky, but I've just been watching this ASU team and I've just been impressed by the way that they play ball.
Keon, you've been here over a year now. They like you. You don't have to pander.
I'm not
you don't
pandering.
Have to pander.
I've picked against them. So it's not pandering. During the college football season, I didn't pretend like they were going to win games they couldn't win. I picked against them, but this particular game, I just think that they're a completely disrespected basketball program.
At 6:15 p.m. here on 1580 The Fanatic, you'll have Indiana at Illinois to listen to, but nobody should do that. You should get to yourself a TV and watch UCLA versus ASU, because if Keon is right, this will be an amazing thing. Thank you for the sort of lottery ticket hope you just gave all of us. We'll be thinking of you if the tickets don't cash in. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
When it comes to covering the high school sports scene in Arizona, AZ Preps 365 has all the answers. Every Saturday morning from 8 until 10, they break down games, interview the newsmakers, talk with coaches from around the state, and stay up to date with what's happening with prep athletes and breaking news from the Arizona prep scene. It's AZ Preps 365, 8 till 10 Saturday mornings on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
Are you a planner? Do you like to plan ahead? Then, of course, you already have a plan to call Harmon Solar, right? Bruce Jacobs here. It should be at the top of your list to get solar now and enjoy huge savings next summer. Up to 85% on your monthly bill with 0 down and no payments for 12 months. Then you can plan what to do with all that extra money. Harmon Solar is a family-owned, women-owned, local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar 800-281-3189 or go to harmonsolar.com.
Your home has gone way up in value, but have you taken advantage of it? This is Rob Canier with a phenomenal opportunity to tap into some of your home equity, earning tax-free income and eliminating your mortgage payment while staying in your home as long as you want. With home prices leveling off, don't wait to learn more about the new reverse mortgage. This is a safe and proven money-saving and tax-free income opportunity for homeowners age 62 and older. Call me, Reverse Rob, and learn more today at 602-REVERSE. That's 602-738-3773, or download my app by searching Retire Right with Reverse Rob.
This is Joan, enjoying some me time up on the rim. This is Simon and his friends paddling the Salt River. And this is Brad. Brad is, well, no one knows where Brad is. What they all have in common is that they went to azmbdnow.gov to quickly and easily renew their registration or 30 other services. So go to azmbdnow.gov and get more time to enjoy all the things you love.
Sponsored by ADOT in partnership with the Arizona Broadcasters Association and this station.
If it's local, we talk about it. 1580 and 99.3. Fanatic.
Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. So I kind of feel sorry right now for John Robinson. John Robinson was fired as the Tennessee Titans GM back in early December, I think. And so now fast forward to today, And you get to see this video coming out from the Titans organization when Rand Carthen shows up for work, and everybody's lined up on the stairs and crowded around, and there's video cameras, and he walks in, everybody's like, woo, they're all applauding him and making him feel extra special and welcome. And then I think about old John Robinson. He's like, they never did that for me. Well, geez. This guy's now thinking, was I so hard to work with?
I'm sure they did something like that for him originally.
If they did that when he left, that tells you everything.
Well,
woo, so long, sucker.
See ya.
Yeah.
So I guess it now begins the era of Rand Carthen. So he walked in there. He was like very, it was very touching. It was nice. If only all our first days could be like that. I'll set up for a last day being like that. We've had another firing. Vikings have fired their defensive coordinator, Ed Donatelli.
No kidding.
One of the, one of the Ninja Turtles, I believe, Ed Donatelli, and he has been fired.
Wow,
has just been.
I thought the Vikings defense actually was pretty good this year.
Well, not on the back end, and
well,
I don't know if
that's not his fault. That's Patrick Peterson's fault. They should fire his ass.
Well, absolutely fire his ass.
Patrick Peterson was part of the problem, but it wasn't just Patrick Peterson. He's not the only person playing in the secondary. It was all bad. It was all bad.
Kevin O'Connell says, today I informed Ed Donatelli will be going in a different direction at defensive coordinator in 2023. While this was a difficult decision because of the tremendous respect I have for Ed as a person, as a coach, I believe it's the right move for the future of our football team. I thank Ed for his commitment, the positive impact he's had on our players and coaches, blah, 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 blah. They always say the nicest of things. And I'm like, well, yeah, but you just fired him. So am I supposed to believe he was this amazing coach? I mean, you just fired him.
Yeah, but I mean, part of it is you didn't. Usually, when
not
they
only
fire
was he
guys,
so amazing, we have not found his replacement yet. We're going to begin a search.
They didn't. I mean,
you're so bad at your job. We don't have anyone else to fill it yet, but we can't take you anymore.
The NFL's ruthless like that. But part of it is if the results aren't there, you've got to find another way around it. And it wasn't the offensive side of the ball that let the Vikings down. It was their defense repeatedly. And even though the secondary was bad, part of it is you look at that playoff game against New York. Your run defense is supposed to actually be the strength of your defense. And I understand that it's Saquon Barkley and Daniel Jones, and that's not an easy duo of people to try and stop from running. But they ran anywhere they wanted to at any time they wanted to. That cannot happen.
Big Risk says, Keon, has anyone ever told you sound like the color commentator from the Madden football? Well, there's a reason for that, because he is.
I wish, because then that means that they would be paying me for that, and I haven't. EA Sports, where's my check?
Yeah, that's what I'd say. I'd probably just call them up. They'll be like, hey, I know that guy. Sure, yeah, we'll send a check over. Jack Dog says, my wife is making Mississippi pot roast with half a stick of butter right now while I'm at work. Hot peppers, ooh, juicy.
With butter though?
What is Mississippi pot roast? What makes Mississippi pot roast different than pot roast?
Well, you throw a little flour in there, you get some of that jus going, and you throw some of them pepperoncinis or some of them hot peppers in there. That's what makes it a Mississippi pot roast.
How about that?
And then the vegetables, whatever vegetables you choose to throw in there.
So potatoes, and
you could have potatoes. Yeah, you could have carrots. You could have.
I could fish those out if I need to.
You could have green bell peppers.
I love when my wife makes the pot roast. Oh, I love it. The dog loses his mind because all day long he's got to smell something he can never have.
Yeah.
Hefty Lefty says college basketball is more of a slow dance, but a party all the same. A well-executed waltz can easily turn into the horizontal mambo, if you know what I mean. Yeah, Hefty, but I don't think anybody's getting laid from Keon Rose's college basketball dance party.
I wouldn't be so sure, Jeffco.
Just not happening. Educated Sports Dude says salmon equals salmonella. I don't think that's where you get that.
Only if you have it catered.
I like how Big Egg is trying to scare everybody from having their own chickens now. So you everybody aware of what's going on with the eggs? The eggs are $12 a carton now. It used to be $1 a carton. And what happened was they said, well, a bunch of our birds got sick. A bunch of the chickens got sick. So now we don't have as many chickens laying eggs. And so we don't have as many eggs going out there. So these eggs are in demand. Now you got to pay $12 for a carton of eggs. And so now people are like, me, we should just get some chickens. Chickens will lay like an egg a day if you feed them right. And so we figured, well, how many eggs we eat a day? 3, 4, whatever. Okay, let's get 4 chickens. And we'll get a little coop there. And we have chickens. And we have eggs. It'll be fun. So then Big Egg got word of this. And you know, don't be a child. Big Egg owns the media. And so then all these stories start coming out saying, hey, a lot of you people out there are thinking about getting your own chickens, making your own eggs. You got to be careful. Those birds are filthy with salmonella. There's salmonella on the chickens, salmonella in their butts, salmonella on the hay, salmonella on the everything. Oh, there's just a salmonella
Wait a
special out there. So be careful there.
Did you say salmonella on their butts?
Well, yeah, because they poop the salmonella. And they're like, you can't rinse the eggs because then it soaks into the egg. You got to brush it with a brush. I'm like, I think they're just trying to scare us from having their own damn chickens.
I think they have to be, because people have been raising their own chickens forever and people are not getting salmonella. And also the conditions where you would potentially raise your own chicken is a bajillion times healthier than the, giant warehouses that they keep these chickens in. And they're, right next to each other and they don't get to move. That can't possibly produce any healthy environment for people to eat food from.
0% chance I get salmonella from these chickens. Now the people who work for me probably have a greater chance. Hookamati says, we got chickens, we got ducks in Texas. It's a lot of work. Seems fun until you got to clean up. It's no big deal. I'm not talking about having like a company. I'm talking about 3 or 4 chickens. It's no big deal. Swave Dave says, Jeffrey, if you start raising your own chickens, doesn't that make you a chicken tender? I'll be a chicken tender. I'll be a chicken farmer. I'll be a gentleman farmer. That's what you call me, a gentleman farmer. Heavy Metal Maniac says, yeah, but the other problem is the chickens are now cage free. Not at my house. Those chickens got little metal cups. They can run back and forth across the bars. Nobody knows. And them things running all over the place, crapping on everything. CK says Charleston to cover the 20.5.
Yes. Well, Monmouth hasn't won. They're still searching for their second victory. I mean, good God.
Kiss the Cooks is salmon. What kind of salmon? Alaskan barbecue, raspberry habanero, sweet and sour, brown sugar glaze, honey garlic fried. She just made salmon. Just buttered up salmon, and she puts her own spices and stuff on it. Salmon. Commander says, last year I won 4 tickets to the UCLA game. I went it went 3 overtimes and ASU won. So please, yes. I'm not reading that one. He wants me to read some joke from earlier. He just doesn't understand that this is not a good time for that, Cabana. Just trust me on that joke. 888-368-1580. All right. So there's let's see if there's more stuff to talk about in the way of coaches. We'll talk about players here in the next hour. So D'Amico Ryans, right? Is it D'Amico Ryan or D'Amico Ryans?
Ryans.
He's plural, I guess.
You shouldn't do that to a name.
He didn't do it to himself.
It's like me saying I'm Jeffrey O'Brien's. It doesn't make sense. Jeffrey O'Brien's.
Randy White's.
Sounds like you're talking about yourself in the 3rd or 4th person, maybe 8th person. I don't know. It's very confusing with the S there.
Keanu
now I don't want him
Roses?
as a coach. I don't want him as a coach. I was asking if we should have him as a coach for the Colts because they did interview him. And he's like the prime NFL head coach guy out there. He's the guy, if not Sean Payton, correct me if I'm wrong, it's D'Amico Ryans.
Yeah, he's the big name. And as far as the new younger coach, the fresh faced guy that everybody wants to give an opportunity, he's definitely that for this coaching cycle.
A lot of guys say wonderful things about how amazing he is. Salah was saying nice stuff. Shanahan was saying nice stuff because they said even when he was a player, he was coaching. He was yelling at people and doing stuff, and he's a very smart guy, I guess. So tell me, Keon, do I want him for my Colts?
I think so. I think he's a smart guy. Now, look, you're obviously going to take the risk of, is this guy just a great coordinator or is he a great coach? And anytime someone is a first-time head coach, you just can't know until you see it happen. But when you talk about a person who is, situationally aware, who understands the game, the football IQ, I think the Colts, especially with the pieces that they have on defense, having a coach like him who would be able to take advantage of that, be able to build around that. And I just think about, what Robert Saleh was able to do in just 2 years with the Jets. That Jets defense is a legitimately terrifying defense, and he's coming out of that same system in San Francisco. I like DeMeco Ryans a lot. I really do.
But the Colts are, an offensive team. They've always had that sort of thought process. The defense has always been secondary. And sometimes, you get a guy in there and then suddenly the defense is doing pretty good. But let's face it, that's an offensive first team. And DeMeco Ryans, a defensive coach. The only way that works is if you bring in one hell of an offensive coordinator. And that quarterback's coach that stepped up, they won a game. So he's not the solution. So you can't get DeMeco Ryans unless you've got a finger on the pulse of one amazing offensive coordinator.
Right. Which DeMeco Ryans would obviously help to choose, but it's going to be him and Ballard working together to make that decision. And if you trust Chris Ballard to go out and help find that guy, then I
chance.
Yeah, I don't. And so he's going to be under a lot of pressure to make that work. I don't see why it wouldn't. I mean, yeah, you do need one hell of an offensive coordinator, but look at what the Jets to me are that kind of blueprint, because when they had Mike White, who we know is just average, they were winning football games. So if you draft a quarterback in this draft and he's not immediately an impact player, maybe he takes a year or two to become the quarterback you want him to be. He doesn't have to be the greatest quarterback in the world right out of the box, because you've got a guy who can coach a defense that's going to be great. And then your offensive coordinator and your quarterback coach, whoever can work with the young quarterback until he's ready to be the guy.
So as the 49ers defense guy, he was second in the NFL in points per game allowed, fourth in defensive efficiency, fifth in defensive EPA. He was second in yards per rush allowed, which was only 3.72 yards. He was fourth in yards per play allowed, just any play, 5 yards. Rushing yards allowed per game, 90. That was third place. Yards allowed per game, 305. Second place in the NFL as far as defenses go. Sacks per dropback, 7.2%, which is fifth. First downs allowed per game, 17.9, which is first in the NFL. Takeaways, 50. This is tied for sixth. Sacks, 92, tied for fifth. And forced fumbles, 38. That is first place. So there's a lot of first place things, second place things, a couple of things, but you could also say, well, you needed more talent to achieve the takeaways and the sacks. You needed a guy who could go in there and do that, not just good coaching. So yes, he is a good defensive coach.
But look at the Colts defense. You have Kwity Paye, DeForest Buckner, Yannick
really
Ngakoue, Shaq Leonard, Stephon Gilmore. He's got the talent. I mean, that's why I think it's a good fit. And also the Colts, while they are an offensive team, they're a running team, which defensive coaches love, because that means that your defense keeps people scoring low, and then you get a lead and just run out the damn clock, and you got Jonathan Taylor.
All right, so who does DeMeco Ryans fit better, the Arizona Cardinals or my Indianapolis Colts?
I would say the Colts, just because the Colts have the defensive talent already. If the Cardinals were to hire DeMeco Ryans, they would have to understand that he's not going to fix that defense overnight without him and Monty Ossenfort drafting some defensive talent and filling in those gaps around, Isaiah Simmons and around Budda Baker and filling out the rest of that defense. Then you're going to see what DeMeco Ryans can do.
CK says, you sorry, coach needy teams, stay away from my coaches. Go Niners. Well, here's the deal.
No, that's not how it works.
DeMeco Ryans is the village bicycle. Everybody's getting a ride right now. So you might as well just kiss him goodbye because it's over.
No, he's getting a job
somewhere. Yeah.
He's getting a job. That is a fact.
Rye Guy says, Tim Salmon? No. King Kitten says, I like to quarter an onion, put it on the grill with the meat, peel it right above the barbecue there, let the trimming burn on the coals. Oh, that smells good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It does.
It smells good. Just I don't want to eat it. I can't stand onions. Anyway, But all right, must take break. When we come back, one more hour of this Daily Blender stuff. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
First, we decide where we want to go. Then we need to know the best way to get there. Hi, my name is Adam Barata. I'm the owner of Advantage Gold. We're the highest rated precious metals firm in the country. We teach people how to own physical gold and silver. Now, we've won the Best of TrustLink Award 4 years in a row because we educate our clients on how to buy gold and silver the right way. We don't pay celebrity spokespeople millions of dollars. We'd rather pass that value on to you. Call 800-900-8000 and speak with one of our experts. We'll send you a free gold kit along with my latest #1 national best-selling book, The Great Devaluation. Call 800-900-8000. That's 800-900-8000. Get the best information, the best process, the best service, the best value. Call Advantage Gold at 800-900-8000. Call 800-900-8000.
Advantage Gold is not an investment advisor or a tax advisor. Consult with your financial advisor before investing.
Business people like it straight and to the point. So here it is. Bruce Jacobs here to tell you take control of your utility expenses by calling Harmon Solar right now. They can save up to 80% on that monthly electric bill with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Level your energy costs, protect yourself from inflation. How's that for straight and to the point? Here's more. Harmon Solar is a local family-owned company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar 800-281-3189 or go to harmonsolar.com.
When it comes to covering the high school sports scene in Arizona, AZ Preps 365 has all the answers. Every Saturday morning from 8 until 10, they break down games, interview the newsmakers, talk with coaches from around the state, and stay up to date with what's happening with prep athletes and breaking news from the Arizona prep scene. It's AZ Preps 365, 8 till 10 Saturday mornings on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
I mean, my king, you're up early. Awake, Merlin. I've had a dream that needs interpretation. Sorry, he turned into an owl and flew the coop 4 days ago.
Good sorcerers, seers, and mystics are hard to come by anymore. And given the inevitable uncertainties of life, insuring against calamity is always the smarter play. From benefits and workers' comp to home, business, and group health insurance, Cole Hayes Insurance will secure your future. For a free quote, visit mycommercialinsurance.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
KQFN Tempe, also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM
And K2.2 Rolling Hills at 95.9 FM.
It's time for the third hour.
All right, people, settle down because it's time.
For what? Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, buddy, it's 5 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rose in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580. As we broadcast live in the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale, we will be doing our Harmon Solar NFL Fan Pick'em Picks tomorrow. Ralph from Harmon Solar will join us for that. But today, just talking some football, just talking some stuff, just talking whatever the hell you want to talk about. That's what we do. Well, you notice the show just about went off the rails at the beginning, but then we got control of it back. I didn't want to say anything, but it was pretty cool how we did that. Because usually once it goes, it's gone.
Well,
but
yeah,
we were able to wrestle it back into submission.
Well, there is still time, Jeffrey.
I feel confident. Once we have beat off an advance like that,
pardon me,
we've put down the rebellion. You know,
yeah.
What?
Oh,
sometimes you have to beat these guys off. You keep them away and tell them to not put this show off the rails. I think we've done a good job. All I'm trying to say is we got back to not being off the rails.
Yes.
We're just very good at beating guys off and making sure the show stays on the rails.
Yes.
So way to stand tough, guys. That's all I'm saying. Stand tough. All right. So there's some things I just can't believe right now. What don't play.
Did you
that.
say
What are
stand
doing?
hard? What did you
No,
say?
it said stand tough.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Don't be a child.
I thought
all
you said
right.
stand hard. Sorry.
So here's something I can't believe. And maybe you can believe it, but I can't
Okay.
believe it.
Yeah.
Cam Jordan won an appeal after the NFL fined him and accused him of faking that injury. Remember when he did that? He faked the injury? Because I got news for you. He faked the damn injury.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
We all saw it.
It was during the Saints when they were losing there to the Buccaneers in December. And the Bucks were like, oh, let's hurry up and get to the line right there. And then Jordan's like, oh, crap. Ah! And he went down like, oh, my God. And he got in trouble. The position coach, Ryan Nielsen, got fined $50,000. Head coach Dennis Allen got fined $100,000. The franchise fined $350,000. Cam Jordan got fined $50,000. So it's like, you're all in this together. So now after the appeal of him faking the injury, I don't know how it happened. I don't believe it, but it was overturned. He won his appeal and will not have to pay the money.
Well, I mean, that's nice and everything, but can I ask a question?
Well, hold on a second. I think Ryan Nielsen, Dennis Allen, and the Saints organization are asking a question right now.
Can we get our money back?
Yes. Does he doesn't have to pay? Does that mean we have to pick? Because what the hell? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think anybody should have to pay. But here's the thing: you saw it, I saw it, he faked it. It's a fact. How stupid is the NFL?
They're not stupid. But my question is this: how much does this football player make? What's his contract? Do we know?
$1 billion probably.
All right. How much does the position coach make?
Not as much as he does. No, he probably makes less than a bazillion.
Let's say he makes six figures. Let's say he makes
Even out.
$150,000 a year.
All right.
How about that?
Sure.
I mean, that would be normal for a position coach, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, why would you
honestly don't know?
Why would you tax this guy, fine this guy $50,000 when a guy who's making millions, you're only going to fine $50,000? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Here? You see the inequity here?
Well, the inequity is in how people get paid, but not in the fine. Let's say I make a certain amount of money, you make a certain amount of money, Keon makes a certain amount of money.
Well, I
If
mean, we
any
know
one of
for
us
a
get
fact.
pulled over for speeding, we all have to pay the same fine. And
Well,
I guess
yeah.
they decided because Ryan Nielsen is at this level and Cam Jordan is that level, and a position coach and a player, $50,000 for,
That's
for
horse
each
hockey.
of them is the way it should be.
And
That's horse
actually,
hockey.
It's very unfair in one way, but it does make a lot of sense in that if it hurts the position coach more, he will be less inclined to tell players or be more inclined to tell
Oh, okay.
players,
Okay.
do not ever do that. You
Okay,
will
so
cost me personally money.
So now you got a head coach who's making seven figures. Okay, we all know these guys make tens of millions of dollars in their contracts. Position coaches, they don't make that kind of money.
No,
Meanwhile,
you got a third of his income.
You
right
got
there.
you got a head coach who's making let's say $10 million a year, and he's telling this guy this $150,000 football coach down here, tell your guys to fake it. And then the position coach gets a $50,000 fine. You think the head coach is going to dig 50 large out of his pocket? Hell no.
I would hope if you're a good organization and you see this happen, if you can't get this overturned on appeals, the company should take care of this.
You think that the team president or the ownership, dare I say ownership group, is going to dig their greedy, dirty little hands into their pockets?
They're good guys, yes.
I don't know that
I don't know.
everybody does it, but I know
Please.
I forget exactly. Maybe it was
Some will.
who was it that got fined? Maybe it was Jack
cynical.
Del Rio got fined. But the team covered some of his fine.
So I know
Some
Doc
of
Rivers, he got the
Well,
team
see, that's
covered his
basketball.
tampering charges.
That's basketball. It's not
Well, the
football.
point is there's some owners who will pay the freight for stuff like that. But here's the thing, though. It's a separate appeal process for coaches and teams. And so
Well, sure.
now the player got away
Yeah.
with it. So now they can say, hey, it was just decided he did not do that. So wipe this please off. I mean, that's all they have to say. All of them are going to be expunged, I think.
I think so too, and I think
It'll be expunged back.
My one theory on how Cam Jordan got away with this is he's a defensive player in the NFL. Everything hurts somewhere all the time. So when they go, oh no, you faked that. And we all watched him fake it. We all saw it.
Oh yeah,
but then he can point to, no, here are the injuries that I have, and they've been confirmed and they've been verified. And I went down and grabbed my ankle. Yeah, what defensive lineman does not have hurt ankles at some point in the season?
So we don't need to retry this. He's full of crap, and
He
he may have had those injuries, but it was obvious he went huh? And he flopped.
His
and
guy was going to get caught running off the field, so he just dropped to the ground like a sack of potatoes.
I don't know how the NFL looked at that and said, "No, you're right, Cam. You're good." But the fact that they did means they have to let Ryan Nielsen, Dennis Allen, and the Saints off the hook for the $500,000 that they're trying to take from them too. You just have to. You just can't let Cam Jordan off the hook now and not let everybody off the hook. But Randy, it's a good point. But here's the thing: nothing in the NFL has ever made sense in how they find anybody or anything. A guy pushes the athletic trainer over while he's trying to tend to a hurt player, and he got like 18,000. Or then the other guy who just did something in a celebration, he got more. I can't remember what the amounts were, but none of it makes any kind of damn sense. They need to get with the NFLPA and standardize everything.
There you go, and that's why I am applying at this time. I am applying to become the NFL's discipline czar.
Ooh, sexy!
I want to be the discipline czar.
Go, daddy.
The NHL, they have a discipline. They have a czar of discipline.
They have a czar, actually.
Yeah, they have a
title.
He is a discipline czar.
I've always wanted to be a czar of something.
I want to work in the NFL office in New York City, do absolutely nothing, eat donuts and drink coffee, and hand out discipline.
I don't feel like that's going to help it. I thought you were trying to help things. Now it sounds like you're just trying to help yourself.
Oh no, I'll help things. Some guy gets out of there on the field. The player, and I'm going to levy a fine on him for pushing a trainer like you've never seen before.
$8 million.
You know what? You put your hands on a trainer trying to help the other team. That's okay. $8 million. $8 million. There you go.
And then you find the trainer $100 for not punching him back.
Well, that's a thought.
It's just, I don't know how many players you start pushing trainers around if they or here's what it is. If the trainer, if he punches the player, he gets $1 million.
I mean,
or if the trainer takes out a billy club and takes the player out at the ankles unexpectedly, even in the tunnel, $1 million.
You see what I'm saying?
I have lots of ideas.
Now we're going to start equalizing this fine structure.
Yeah, if you give each one of the medical trainers a little holster with the billy club.
No, taser.
Nobody's doing nothing.
No billy club, taser. Because the taser, you can get up under the pads.
I like a taser, but sometimes these are rainy games, and that could really be dangerous for everybody. Yeah, I'm just saying.
They're grown ass.
You don't want to go
And
after
also,
the one guy, and then you've electrocuted everyone on the field.
Their cleats are made out of rubber.
We just had one guy in a heart thing, so like maybe not the taser.
Well, that's where a taser would help. See,
sure. If you see a guy go down like that, you're just like,
you tase him back into rhythm. See what I'm saying?
They would have started that game right up.
They got defibrillators for that. They don't really.
Well, they take too long
Tasers
bringing the damn
way more
defibrillators
fun.
out here. You put a taser on every trainer.
For the record, if I have a heart attack, I want to get tased. Don't go.
So it shall be, my friend.
Just hit me with the taser.
Don't
Right here.
tase me, bro.
Right here between the numbers.
Don't tase me.
Yeah.
Don't tase me, bro. Tase me.
Oh, I'm getting one. Where do I apply for the office of discipline czar for the NFL?
Well, yeah, you've got to make the job, and then
can you imagine me traveling around the country?
Wait,
this week,
job.
The discipline czar will be in Los Angeles at the Rams game.
And everybody's on their best behaviors.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
The three of us, the defenses,
we're rolling big.
Up.
I mean, we're rolling big in the private jets.
Everybody's just scared of us.
Yeah.
These
get out of the way. Here comes the
5'5", 7 foot men are like, oh God, here they come.
Yeah, you get some guys in suits.
How are you, sir?
Out in front of us, moving people out of the way.
You're like, hey, why are you looking at me? I'm not looking at you. I'm looking at the wall over here.
Yeah, see?
Because I thought you were looking at me.
See, there we go.
I got my pen and paper out like Barney Fife, ready to write a ticket.
I'm telling you, there's something here. There's something.
There is something there. I'll give you that.
Although we wouldn't enjoy the game much because it'd be the worst defense you've ever seen played if they're all scared of us. So we probably just go to our games, you know.
No, you just
so
one
our
phone
teams
call.
would do well.
One phone call from the suite we're in. You know, tell them to mix it up more. That's all it would have to be.
That's going to be very confusing mixed message for the players.
But what is it right now?
It's
a free for all.
Thank you, Heavy Metal Maniacs. Thank you, Lacrosse Guy. Thank you, CK. I think we're probably time to move on from those those comments. Blissful Hay says, will the NFL investigate Kyler Murray for faking his latest injury?
Why would you think it's fake?
Because he gets paid either way. Oh, my leg. And then he just gets to play Call of Duty all the time.
You need to tell me that he had surgery.
He might have torn that ACL at home and nobody was looking.
And
like
then
you grab one end, I'll grab the other.
That's not how
you guys are going to
ACLs
suffer
work.
for that.
I don't know how
ACLs
work.
work.
I don't know how ACLs work. I'll be honest. I have no idea.
That it's not how
I
they
figure
work.
if you grab one end, somebody grabs the other, it's going to tear.
I mean, except that both ends are attached to, the different parts of your leg.
ACLs are like a bungee cord.
Yeah, that's a
Pickle D says, let's take about 20 to 15% off the top there, Nancy Kerrigan. I just think it'd be great if the because the athletic trainers can't fight an NFL player, but if they got a big old like metal stick that they can whack you with.
But
See,
these guys are wearing pads, man.
Stop. We're not giving.
No, you go right at the
players. The players
right at the
make
shins.
dumb decisions and bump guys and push guys, but nobody is fighting athletic trainers. We're not arming athletic trainers because nobody's fighting out there.
We do this the Chicago way. You send one of ours to the
because it's
hospital.
working
We send
so
one of yours
well
to the
for
war.
Chicago.
That's the Chicago way.
Is the
Kiss the
Chicago way
Cooks.
is working so well right now?
Guess the cook just found about David Crosby. He says, you left behind a great musical legacy. Maybe to joke you made about heaven being overrated and Cloudy struck a bad chord. Oh, I didn't know he had a joke about heaven being overrated. Is that in one of his songs?
He made it to 81, so I don't know about that striking a bad chord. It seems like it came very
This
late.
just in, David Crosby in hell. I mean, God might even say, you know what? He had visitation and had to go see like Melissa Etheridge without makeup on a regular basis. He's gone to hell enough. Pro Dog says, what happened to the player that hit the ref with his helmet? That was an accident.
See, there we go. That's another one.
No, that was an accident. That was just like, the guy would, that was on the sidelines. Wasn't it? I can't
$2.5
remember.
million for that one.
All right, but wasn't that an accident? He didn't actually like whack a play. How long ago was that? If that was on purpose,
I am the discipline czar. Care not do I about the about the don't give me the details. I hand out the discipline.
But the details matter, though.
No details.
Do they?
Player
They
struck
do.
referee with helmet. $2 million.
Yeah, no, you can't. No, the details, of course, matter. Otherwise, you're just.
Keon, we are the only ones who are going to enjoy our very brief stint as the the czars of stuff. What was it, Randy? Supposed to be
Discipline
the
czar.
There you go. That czar.
Yeah, look, it was Justin Jefferson.
You're going to have a bad time,
and it was an accident. And he didn't actually hit the ref with the helmet. He saw the ref right there, and he actually stopped himself and then turned away and then threw his helmet on the ground.
He threw his helmet, throwing equipment, $1.5 million.
I get a feeling that these fines are going to somehow be more nonsensical than the fines.
I have
that
an
already
old
exist.
They will be very
shut up,
consistent.
Keon. Shut up. No, you're going to like this one. All right. Well, you know how sometimes a guy loses his little towel off his. By the way, why are you running around with a towel? I don't understand that. But okay, well, their towel falls off their towel belt. I don't know. They have a towel belt, and it's on the field. I think that you should fine let's say $250,000 to a player who sees it and doesn't hand it to him. Hey, buddy, here's your towel. Oh, that bothers me every time. It's like you can't just leave a towel lying there.
Leaving a towel lie on the field, $250,000.
Yeah, because the guy sees the towel and then say, "Here, buddy, here's your towel." Even if he's on any other team, you should be fined for that. Because if you drop your towel, I'm handing you your towel.
I don't know about that. Because if it's the guy on the other team, it's like, screw you. That's your towel. You figure out you don't have your towel. Why should I pick up your towel for you?
How many times have we seen Tom Brady throw one of those tablets
But that's on the sideline. He shouldn't be fined nothing for that. Sideline, you do what you want.
$50,000 per event.
No, that's the sidelines, Randy.
$50,000 each event.
See where this goes, and you
Now
get one
Microsoft
person
is probably going to fund your position now.
See,
I mean, probably, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
they'll back you up.
50 large.
It just seems unnecessary.
And that money goes to bring computers and tablets to some school in need there in the community. Bam! I am the discipline czar. I want a cape.
Thundersnow says, I definitely don't want to see another player drop his towel.
Collared cape, or just
Yeah, I want a collared cape, sunglasses, and a theme song. That's all I want. Private jet at my disposal.
Well, I want a cape too, though. Can I get a cape? I've always wanted
Yes,
a cape.
you can have a cape, but not as
Why
big
don't
as
we all
mine.
wear capes?
Yours cannot be as big as mine because I'm the czar. Now, if you're emperor, then your cape obviously can be bigger than mine.
Yeah, I mean, it should go without saying.
Right.
5715, a new texter here on the text line says, NFL knows faking injuries are coached. Let the player off. Oh, go after the team. All right. That is an interesting thought right there.
Is that somebody bucking for my job as discipline czar?
They're brand new, Randy. I don't think they're bucking for your job. No bucking job around here. That's the way it works. Don't buck for jobs, 5715. As a new texter, we got to help you out with a texter nickname. Bucking job would be pretty good. I don't know. We have any new good texter nicknames? I think we do.
We've had a few. There was some the other day, but I didn't write them down here, I don't think.
Well, that's not helping. Not helping if you don't write these things down, Randy.
Rickshaw, eye candy. That's a couple of new ones there.
No, you already once. No, it's already been decided. Bucking job for 5715.
Bucking job.
It says, I'll take it. Bucking job. Is that good or job bucker? I don't know. Which way should that go?
Bucking job.
I like bucking job better.
Bucking job it is for 5715. Welcome to the text line. I always, I'll tell you what, though, we will give you a week. Okay. And if you decide, oh, wait a second, I found a better texter nickname that I would like to have, we will allow you to change it. Because I did just sort of jump up and hit them with that idea. Whatever later he has bucking job remorse. You know what I'm saying?
Well, and then he could be the Kilt Commando, Weasel Nips, Wiccan Coven Book Club, Trouser Trout, Sturgeon Love,
Trouser Trout,
Pooh's Honey Pot.
Yeah, I don't like
Pat Metric, Trouser Cough, Weasley Bastard, or Nude Texter.
Yeah. Well, bucking job, we're going to give you a week. And listen, if you come back with something we don't like, we're not going to let you change it. But if you have something you think will be good, we'll let you do it.
Just say
we
you
don't
didn't
usually
like one of
let
those?
people do that.
You say you didn't like one of those?
Yeah, I can't remember which one now. Something or other. Oh.
Pooh's Honey Pot. You didn't like that one?
Just don't like poo in my pot. Randy says, "Good cat." Randy's Czar theme song should be "Bad to the Bone" by George Thorogood. That works. Thundersnow says 5715. Definitely job bucking right there. He's definitely job bucking. Let's see. Kyle G says new nickname for the text line: Foot Nipple. Oh, that's right. That's right. That's a good one. Thanks for remembering that one.
Nipple. Okay.
Yeah. Jagdog says yelling at your coach on the sideline and telling him to chill the F out, $5 million fine.
No, teams got to handle those fines. Teams can fine players. You handle that in.
That's an undisciplined player, Randy. I think
the league should not. The league should not sit there and have to police the discipline of various players. That's a team fine.
Yeah.
Jagdog, I actually agree with you. CK says, here's another one: nipple tassels.
Nipple tassels.
Thundersnow says, I can't believe Trouser Trout hasn't been chosen by anybody yet. I know. Licky Lips Johnson says, hey, has anybody been watching the NBA lately? Suns suck.
You think?
We've noticed.
Yeah,
they should beat the Nets tonight, though, or I'm going to be very sad.
I don't know. You just brought everybody down, Licky Lips Johnson. Way to go.
Thanks, Licky Lips.
No Durant, no Irving. You got to beat those guys.
Paula 51 says, for $5, you can go down to 43rd Avenue McDowell and get a decent bucking job right there.
What?
Is there like a headhunter there that's going to help you find a job? Stockton Slap says, how's Joe Buck yourself? Did we get a texture nickname and name him that?
No, I think that was one of the the fantasy football teams.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, but that would be a good texture nickname.
Joe Buck yourself?
No good, Cat. We're not doing that one. Phyllis Hay says, can I change my next texture nickname to Luca Wipes from Back to Front or Reese's Feces? No to either of those. You're Blissful Haze. Deal with it. Boogie likes nipple juice. No more nipples.
Oh my God.
No
Guys,
more
stop.
nipples.
Enough with the nipple talk.
Stop with the nipples, the fully erect, taut, perky nipples. Let's not have any more conversation about the nipple lying in a lake of areola just waiting to be caressed. Let's just not do that, okay? If I make myself clear,
we're back off the rails.
Is it cold in here? It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's action update for Arizona's new home for sports, The Fanatic. Now, here are the latest lines from my guys in the desert.
Taking a look at the betting lines for the two AFC divisional matchups this weekend. Kansas City home at Arrowhead facing Jacksonville. The Chiefs, the number one scoring team in the league, and are favored by 8.5 points, minus 490 on the money line. Jacksonville plus 330 with an over-under of 52.5. The Cincinnati Bengals will travel to face the Buffalo Bills, a battle of the two top young quarterbacks in the league, Josh Allen and Joe Burrow, both threw 35 touchdowns this year. Buffalo, a 5.5-point home favorite, minus 245. The Bengals plus 200. The over-under is at 48.5. Red hot winning picks at experts.winnersandwiners.com. Save 75% when you use the promo code ACTION75. Experts.winnersandwiners.com. I'm Tony Desiri with your VSiN Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
First, we decide where we want to go. Then we need to know the best way to get there. Hi, my name's Adam Barada. I'm the owner of Advantage Gold. We're the highest rated precious metals firm in the country. We teach people how to own physical gold and silver. Now, we've won the Best of TrustLink Award 4 years in a row because we educate our clients on how to buy gold and silver the right way. We don't pay celebrity spokespeople millions of dollars. We'd rather pass that value on to you. Call 800-900-8000 and speak with one of our experts. We'll send you a free gold kit along with my latest #1 national best-selling book, The Great Devaluation. Call 800-900-8000. That's 800-900-8000. Get the best information, the best process, the best service, the best value. Call Advantage Gold at 800-900-8000. Call 800-900-8000.
Advantage Gold is not an investment advisor or a tax advisor. Consult with your financial advisor before investing.
If you are an IT professional looking for an opportunity with great benefits, the freedom to creatively solve problems in a career with great growth potential and a team environment, look no further than Affinity Technology. Serving the Valley since 1992, Affinity Technology is looking for a level 1 tech to develop and deliver excellent solutions and outstanding customer service. Visit atechaz.com/jobs and get started with your future today. That's atechaz.com/jobs.
Do you know about 211 Arizona? It's a free service to connect you with resources anywhere in Arizona. Housing assistance and eviction prevention, transportation and ride services, healthcare benefits, food resources, and even utility bill support. Talk to a live operator in English or Spanish, 24 hours a day, every day of the year. Just dial 211 or visit 211arizona.org. Get connected, get answers, and get the help you need. This message is sponsored by 211 Arizona.
The season comes down to this. Win and move on. We gotta go. Burrow and the Bengals hope to make a repeat performance in the Super Bowl. This time with a championship. Let's go! They'll have to get past a stubborn Buffalo Bills team looking to score a berth in the championship for the first time in 30 years. Bengals at Bills this Sunday at 12:30 on your home for the NFL playoffs and Super Bowl 57. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic tonight. 6:15 or so. I guess that's not tonight. Is that tonight? I guess I always have a problem with 6 p.m. being tonight, and then I don't like it being this afternoon. It's in like a weird sort of no man's land between afternoon and night. Whatever the case, Indiana is at Illinois, and that's the basketball game we're going to air here at 6:15 p.m. On Saturday, we got Utah Valley, the other Utah, visiting GCU. That's at 5:45 p.m. Now, here's how the whole football thing goes this weekend for the NFL. You might want to keep this in mind. If you're wanting to hear an NFL game on Saturday, you got to listen to Money Radio 1510 and 105.3 FM, because over there you got Jaguars and Chiefs at 2, and then you got Giants at Eagles at 6, because the GCU game is going to overlap both those. So we just put both those games over on Money Radio. Now, Sunday, though, it's all on the Fanatic. You got Bengals at Bills at 12:30 p.m. and Cowboys at 49ers at 4 p.m. And I'm going to tell you the truth. I ain't ready to make a pick yet. I am struggling with Cowboys at 49ers a little bit. My first instinct, 49ers. And then I'm just, golly, I don't know. They are frauds. I think they're frauds. But that defense looked pretty damn sharp. But then again, it was just the hapless Buccaneers at that moment. But then again, I don't know. Are you guys having a hard time with this, or not? Just me?
With
I'm
that
taking San
particular
Francisco.
game? Yeah, same.
Okay.
Yeah.
One at a time. Who, what?
I think we have the same pick. I'm taking the Niners. It's not a very
You're not
tough
having any trouble with this.
None.
I don't know. I'm just looking over my shoulder at the Cowboys just a little bit. I think I agree with you, but man, there's something nagging at me about this matchup. And I think I have to acknowledge that Brock Purdy, while he has looked extremely good, might get rattled if the Cowboys are able to get Micah Parsons in his face. By the way, is he hurt or is he okay? Because he looked like he was getting dinged up there at the end of that game.
I think he's going to be okay. If there is something there, he's playing through it. I don't think there's going to be anything that's going to stop Micah Parsons from playing, and I don't really think it's going to be anything that's going to stop him from being Micah Parsons.
You don't think that you could rattle Brock Purdy?
I think you can, but I think that the Niners have a release valve for that, and Christian McCaffrey and Deebo Samuel, and how they use those guys in the run game, and how they turn to the quick game. When Brock was struggling early in that Seattle game, trying to go downfield, they reeled it back in. They made the game very simple for him, and built back up from there. I just think that the Niners have so many weapons and so many options offensively. The offense isn't Brock Purdy. He's a part of it, and it's his decision making that helps it go. But I don't need Brock Purdy to be great. I just need Brock Purdy to be good, to manage the offense, to be a game manager. And he's done that. He's played very much inside of himself. So yeah. And I don't think that the Niners defense is going to let Dak stand back there and pick him apart. I can tell you that too.
Just saying, makes me a little, I got to wrap my head around this more. We'll do our picks tomorrow.
I'm putting my money on it. So,
all right. Prison Wallet says 49ers are not frogs. But no, I didn't say they're frogs, and I didn't say they're frauds. We're talking about the Cowboys being frauds. Besides that, their gameplay leading up to the playoffs has been beautiful. Hey, listen, 49ers have been great. There's, I for the people who get on the text line and they're kind of annoying 49er fans in the past, they got very quiet for a while, and I got to give them credit. They haven't been too bad yet, but yeah, I didn't see this coming. Did not see this coming, to be honest. But yeah, I'm enjoying watching the 49ers. I hope they do well now. Sorry, Randy. It's just not my division. You know what I'm saying? Is it weird for you to root for Brock Purdy? Does it help that he's from Gilbert, Arizona? Or do you just 49ers?
I don't root for anybody but the Cardinals, but I'm picking the 49ers to win this game against the Cowboys. The game I'm having a hard time with, two games I'm having a hard time with, Cincinnati at Buffalo and the Giants at Philly.
Yeah, Cincinnati at Buffalo should be the hardest one. Giants at Philly, I feel like that's just because they look – maybe this is how I look at the whole Cowboys thing too. Cowboys and Giants, just because they look good in their last game against the last guy doesn't mean that they're going to be able to step up to the Eagles or the 49ers.
Well, okay. Jalen Hurts, for example, for the Eagles is not on their injured list this week. So what?
Nope. Neither is anybody else except for like one guy. The Eagles are a healthy team right now.
who cares who's on their injury list or not? I'm telling you right now, Jalen Hurts is still injured, and it's going to see. We're going to see how this game unfolds with Jalen Hurts being in there. Okay, the last time he played hurt, they won, but the Giants have a big, they had a big game last week, man. They had a game last week where they won a game that nobody was picking them to win. They've got all the momentum,
different defense.
I get that.
Much different defense.
I get that, but that's the one I'm having a hard time with. I think San Francisco rolls on Dallas, but that's just me.
Hook'em Hottie says, pick the Cowboys. Just do it. Now, that makes me just not want to.
I can't. I'm sorry.
We have another new texter here on the text line, and Niners versus Cowboys on my side of town is known as the Cholo Bowl because all these Phoenix Cholos root for these teams. Okay. I hope you're Hispanic to be saying that. And Cholos is boys, right? And
male.
Cholas is girls. Okay. I don't know. There's a lot of hunkies, a lot of white bread out there that enjoys the Cowboys and the Niners too. So I don't know. It says he says I am Hispanic. Okay, so you got to lead with that because that makes Captain Honky here just a little bit nervous sometimes. You know what I'm saying there? So nice to meet you. I don't know. Well, you're going to need a texter nickname now. Thanks for listening. Super JJ says, hey, guys, crack me a beer and I'll bet Dallas again. No way I win 2 Dallas bets in a row. That is something else we need to look at tomorrow. Let's make sure we get the odds, the betting odds on Cowboys, 49ers, Bengals, Bills, Giants, Eagles, Jaguars, Chiefs.
I mean, I can give you them right now.
Who do you think I don't want you to look it up. I wonder, who do you think is the biggest underdog this weekend? It's got to be the Jaguars, right? That's got to be the biggest spread, the biggest money line, all the above, right?
You'd think so. Yeah. I mean,
second place, maybe the Giants.
Maybe, but I just knowing that the Eagles let teams hang around, and that's just been their MO, which is dangerous, by the way, with this Giants team, which is why, I'm kind of waffling on that one too. But I just think, I just think that, you're going up against the Chiefs. As much as I think the Chiefs defense is bad and leaves them in a position where they can be upset, all it takes is a bad Patrick Mahomes game and you're done. But you just don't see very many bad Patrick Mahomes games.
That is true. Our new Hispanic texter says, hey, can I be named Channing Tatum? You're damn right you can.
Where did that come from?
I think that's from a movie with Danny McBride, I think. I can't remember, but correct me if I'm wrong there, Channing Tatum. 888-368-1580. I don't even care if I'm right or wrong, to be honest. Prison Wallet says, no, his nickname should be Cholo Bowl. Yeah, that's the girls, though. Cholo is the boys. Now, we're going to let Channing Tatum pick his own name there. 888-368-1580. So did you look it up? Am I right about the Jaguars?
Jaguars are the biggest underdogs.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to say Giants second place. Is that correct?
Correct.
And then after that, the Cowboys. Behind the 49ers. Really? Bengals are the bigger underdog than the Cowboys?
Right now, the Cowboys are plus 172. Bengals are plus 198.
And if you just go pure
according to FanDuel
point spread, the Bengals are 5.5 point dogs. The Cowboys are 4 point dogs.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Bengals-Bills game is going to be way closer than anything else.
The Cowboys are 3.5 point dogs on FanDuel.
No, Giants CK. I did not say Channing Tatum. Okay, grow up. Sorry, what was that? Sorry, I just had to take care of business.
Jaguars at 8.5 point dogs. Giants 7.5. Bengals 5.5. Cowboys 3.5.
Oh, I did. I knew I'd seen that in a movie. Channing Tatum says, you are correct. It's from the movie This Is the End, which, by the way, it's an amazing movie. Have you seen This Is the End?
I have not seen it, no.
Oh, my God. It gets really bad in some places, but that is classic movie. End of the world type stuff. You have to see that movie. You have to see this at the end. Holy crap, that's good stuff. Donnie says, which of the 4 NFC fan bases would you least want roaming around Queen Creek, Jeffrey, during Super Bowl week? All 4 are annoying. Which of the 4 NFC? Well, there's more than 4 for one thing, Donnie. Who's more annoying? Is it Cowboy fans? Is it 49er fans? Is it?
It's been my experience that 49er fans are way more annoying than Cowboy fans.
No, none of these guys really annoy me. Even Donnie doesn't actually annoy me. It's all in good fun, and you can take it, you can dish it out, kind of thing. So I'm good with Donnie, but Donnie is very persistent, and yes, he is very much a troll. And when he drinks, he's a very angry troll. So
there's that. Of all of the 4 NFC teams remaining, I would say the Giants are the least annoying as fans.
Yeah, they're surprised to be anywhere.
They're just.
I think when you start the season, you see them playing, they're like, "We're allowed in the NFL." My God.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Giants fans,
it's great.
Giants fans. I've never been annoyed by Giants fans. I think that's why they're my least hated NFC East team.
You see them wear the sweatshirt, says Giants. They don't say much. They're just like,
sorry.
Yeah. So they're the Canadians of the NFL,
which is weird. But if they're mean in the way that New Yorkers can be mean, not just needlessly mean. You know what I mean? That they're mean in that, like, they're going to swear at you while they offer to help you.
All the Giants fans I see just always look stunned. They all look stunned.
When they lose, they're stunned, and when they win, they're also stunned.
Yeah,
we won. Wow.
Wait, was that a win?
What? That's New Yorkers.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's not even about fan bases. It could just be about fans. How's that? Some of the more annoying fans. I don't
mind a good ribbing from a legitimate fan. It's just when they go outside the lines,
which Niner fans do.
And it used to be Cowboy fans, but they've had their ass beat for the last 30 years. I think they're starting to understand that they're just like anybody else in the NFL.
Yeah. In the 90s, they thought they'd be the Yankees of the NFL.
Exactly.
Did not happen.
No.
Did not happen.
But the Niner fans, even when you beat their ass, they're still running their mouth at the end of the game.
That's a good point. But it's not all Niner fans. It's our Niner fans on the text line.
Well,
maybe they're not like that in real life.
I love our Niner fans. I have no problem with our Niner fans.
Oh, but they're like that, though.
But I've been at I was at a Cardinals game last season where we beat the Niners' ass, and they were all still running their mouth, all of them.
Mm-hmm. No, that's a good point. No, and the ones on our text line doesn't do the same thing.
And who else is like that? Sometimes Pittsburgh Pirate fans.
Which is, how is that possible?
You go to
make any kind of sense.
You go to a Diamondbacks Pirates game, and all of a sudden the Pirates are losing by 15 runs. And they're starting to leave the stadium, but they're going, City of Champions, baby. Look at this, 5 Super Bowl. Shut up and get the hell out. Okay? Hit the exit.
All right. Okay. We're going to go with 49ers then, I guess. I don't know. We got to come back and do on this date in big Georgia sports history and other assorted things. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-279-0433 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-279-0433. That's 800-279-0433. What do you have to lose? Call 800-279-0433. Again, 800-279-0433.
If you are an IT professional looking for an opportunity with great benefits, the freedom to creatively solve problems in a career with great growth potential and a team environment, look no further than Affinity Technology. Serving the Valley since 1992, Affinity Technology is looking for a level 1 tech to develop and deliver excellent solutions and outstanding customer service. Visit atechaz.com/jobs and get started with your future today. That's atechaz.com/jobs.
Hey guys, it's Stephen McCollum from The Main Event, here to tell you about Access Property Advisors. When I need to buy or sell properties or get them rented out, Access Property Advisors gets me the best sales price or lease terms to make my rental properties profitable. Jason Sellers has an impressive team of professionals at Access Property Advisors, experts in just about anything you can need with real estate. So whether you want to find the home of your dreams, sell your home, or manage your rental property, do what I do and give Access Property Advisors a call at 602-614-5590. That's 602-614-5590 or visit accesspropertyadvisors.com.
If you want to save money and start the year right, Staples has you covered.
I need everything to restock my business. File folders, break room supplies, even business cards.
Staples has you covered with big savings on everything you need for your home or office. And now at Staples, Rewards members get $30 back via Staples store bonus when they spend $100. That's $30 to use toward everything from ink to tech. Save big right now at Staples, the working and learning store. Rewards members only. Store bonus redeemable in-store only. Offer ends 1/21.
For the latest from the world of golf, tune in every Saturday morning from 6 to 8 for the Golf Shop Radio Show, presented by PlayGolfMyrtleBeach.com, the golf capital of the world. Hosts Mark Greenhelch and Matt Blanchard talk golf from tee to green and everything in between. If you like golf, you're going to love Golf Shop Radio. Before you tee up, drop on in. Welcome to the Golf Shop here on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Live and local.
Hey, Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. Somebody's trying to talk me into a eco diesel, Randy. You believe that? They're like, oh, you got to get yourself in them eco diesel engines. I'm like, what?
You're not going to do that, are you?
Oh, hell no. I'm like, why would I go with a V6 eco diesel engine?
Eco diesel?
Yeah, that's what it's called. And I said, well, it's a V8. And they're like, well, there's better gas mileage. And I looked it up. You know how much better gas mileage it gets? 2. Oh, hell no. First off, I think diesel gas right now is more expensive than regular gas. And no, I just no. Wait, what's it? How is it helping?
Do you do a lot of towing? Do you do a lot of towing and stuff?
Well, if there is going to be towing, you want a V8, not a V6. Yeah.
Well, you want a diesel with more torque, right?
No. It doesn't have more torque. It doesn't have more torque.
Then why the hell sell the damn thing?
I have no idea. People just get an idea in their heads, I guess. So I don't know. That was something somebody's trying to talk me into, and I thought you'd like. I appreciate hearing the silliness of it.
That's a hard no for me.
Pass. Boogie says Giant fans always assume somehow, some way they are going to win a Super Bowl once every 10 years, and oddly they do. They're quiet and smug about it because they know it's dumb. It's just dumb luck. Might even be a conspiracy,
but they don't even know how it's going to happen. That's the other reason why they have to stay quiet, because they can't tell you this year is our year. They don't know that they're as surprised as the rest of us. Yeah.
I have a couple of social media type things that we need to solve. I don't like social media. We're not good at social media. But then things happen on social media and then mysteries follow. And I think we've already solved this mystery because I said it yesterday. Aaron Donald, when he changed his Twitter bio to say former NFL defensive lineman and then changed it back, I said, he's probably sitting there with a friend and says, Gary, watch this. You're going to make these people lose their minds. Click. Just wait a minute. Click. Guarantee it makes the news. And he was right, because everybody did. We're like, oh my God, that means Aaron Donald's retiring. And so now Aaron Donald today came out and said, I'm playing. Never said I wasn't playing. Had his little grin.
Yeah, look, it's the media, and these guys are media savvy nowadays. All they do is talk to the media and play football. You know, when they're coming up through the draft process, a lot of them go to media consultant firms and get coached by how the media is going to address certain things that they've done or said or missaid. So guys coming into the league now are way smarter of what the media does than anybody else. And so if you've been in the league long enough, you get to screw with some people. Well, you know, you might do it. You might just do it.
Aaron Donald likes two things: choking guys and screwing with people on social media.
Don't most of these guys, like maybe Aaron Donald, has somebody that handles his social media for him?
Some people do, some don't.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think LeBron is sitting there thumbing out social media hits all the time.
Not all the time, but some of those are definitely LeBron. Because
some of them are, but
the ones he wishes he had back.
But I mean, these guys hire people to thumb out stuff to be on social media, right?
But yeah, so some of these guys have had their Twitter accounts since they were not famous, so they just keep them. Some people see themselves and like, I'm a brand. I need someone to run this.
Well, I mean, I understand that, but a lot of times these guys are not thumbing their own stuff.
LeBron tweets in all caps.
I thumb my own stuff.
LeBron tweets in all caps. I guarantee you, all of those tweets are his tweets. He is, because it's fun. People enjoy being on social media. Like, it's a thing that generation is addicted to. You don't pay somebody to do it. You do it.
Licky Lips Johnson says Aaron Donald is an attention whore. Is he?
No, he just knew how the media was going to react. He thought it was funny.
Randy White is an attention whore. Aaron Donald is a choking whore.
Truer words were never spoken.
Yeah, he likes a
I just never heard it said that way before.
Seen plenty of choking right there. It does sound like something that should be like in a very special Criminal Minds SVU or whatever. You know what I mean? Like we should be rescuing Aaron Donald. Okay, so that mystery is solved. Now let's go to the mystery of Trey Lance. 49ers hurt quarterback Trey Lance. Wish I had a cough button. So here's what he did. He posted up on the Instagram right after they hired Ran Carthan over to Tennessee, right? And he put up the fingers crossed message when he, I guess he quote tweeted, or I don't know what the hell he did, but he responded to it with like fingers crossed, like because Ran Carthan showed up on Tennessee as GM. So people are like, okay, well, what does that even mean? Why are you doing that? You're the 49ers quarterback, you know, or one of them at least. And why are you interested in what's happening with the Titans? Is that your way of saying, ooh, I hope they trade me to the Titans so I can work with a general manager? It doesn't make any sense. So does anybody have any light to shed on why Trey Lance, fingers crossed, about Ran Carthan getting the job?
Either he's wishing the guy the best of luck, or, you know, not that he could work with the GM.
How's that best of luck?
Or it's oh, I hope you take Brock Purdy the hell out of here.
Yeah, some people cross their fingers for good luck. It's a thing people do.
Or because he's lying. Of course, he didn't say anything.
Then why would you tweet the fingers crossed emoji? It just doesn't make any sense. He didn't say anything.
See, I don't get this whole emoji thing.
Or he's hoping that he's getting traded to the Titans just for like a fresh start kind of thing. I don't know.
What do 3 fingers crossed mean? I mean, I can do that. I can do it like this.
You can, but I don't know that it has any particular meaning. I don't know.
It's not a gang sign, is it? Did I just flash a gang sign?
Not to my knowledge. No, I don't think you did.
I can cross 4 fingers and then my thumbs and make it 5. That looks like a gang sign. I got to stop doing that.
What gang? Who can say, really?
I have no idea.
Let's not find out. I don't know.
I'm only in one gang. It's the B. Arthur Appreciation Club.
They roll deep.
And then there's Maud. Scared the crap out of everybody here, didn't I?
Just a little bit.
You don't mess with the crazy mofo who's like, and then there's Maud. And that, whoa, okay. All right, man, you're good. You can walk through any neighborhood doing that. Got my B. Arthur t-shirt.
I bet you do.
It says sexy grandma on it.
I remember you wearing them. Yeah.
Trey Lance to the Colts, says CK. Okay. It is just never funny. Super JJ says Trey Lance had 2 first names. I don't think he's very bright. You think that when you give somebody 2 first names, it automatically makes them dumb? I don't think Trey Lance is a dumb guy. Is he a dumb guy?
He doesn't strike me as a dumb guy. He seems pretty smart to me. Also,
is Trey Lance, is he part of the family that owns those snack foods?
Oh, yeah. Then the Honor
cheesy
Bar.
crackers. Those are good.
I
The
doubt that.
orange things. You're like, I don't know what this is in nature, but this is probably not nature.
And also, in the history of our country, Patrick Henry was not a dumb guy. So I don't understand where that comes from.
Who's Patrick Henry and what does he have to do with snack foods?
He's a person with 2 first names.
We were talking about snack foods.
By the way, usually people with 2
dumb.
first names are presidential assassins or serial killers. That's how that usually goes.
Give me liberty or give me death on that Patrick Henry?
Patrick Henry. Absolutely a serial killer.
Okay.
You need to read your history. Does anybody get back to Trey Lance? Can we focus here, please? Well, what's with the fingers crossed? What does that even mean? The only thing I think is he's hoping he gets traded to the Titans.
That's how I read it.
Remember me.
And what does he have a connection with Rand Carthen? Does he have any connection? I don't know.
Rand Carthen was the guy that probably scouted him and got him on the 49ers.
Oh, you're right. He was the 49ers director of player personnel when they moved up to draft Trey Lance.
Yeah. So there's a guy that likes you, believes in you, and then now he has a chance to go.
Now he left. He left you there in San Francisco to move on to Tennessee.
Well done, Randy. Randy has solved this mystery. Well done.
Thank you.
I solved a mystery. Randy solved the mystery.
What have you done,
just
Keon?
sitting there. What are you doing?
I literally said that before Randy said it.
What are
but
you
you guys
even
do not
doing?
listen to me.
Keon.
No, I know.
We were talking
because
about
you're not listening.
Foods,
No.
and
now he wants to take credit.
No,
for your work.
I addressed what the texter said about Trey Lance having 2 first names.
It's really embarrassing.
I
still want to know what those orange crackers are. Can we get some in the station?
That is unnatural. That is seriously. I'm pretty sure that's
so damn good for you. I've wasted
insulation
many an hour eating those crackers. Is that
no real cheese?
They call that cheese on there?
No,
is that what they call that?
That's schmoo. I don't know what that is. The Wiz says Patrick O. Henry is also a candy bar. You are correct. Can we do this? Hold on. It is time now, ladies and gentlemen, for On This Date in Big George's sports history. Back in the year 1975, former UCLA centers Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Bill Walton faced off for the first time as professionals in the NBA. Abdul-Jabbar, playing in his 4th NBA season for the Milwaukee Bucks, easily got the best of Bill Walton, scoring 50 points with 15 rebounds and 11 assists. Walton, in his first pro season with the Trailblazers, was held to 7 points and 2 marijuana joints. Back to me, Jeffrey.
And a tie-dye shirt. Don't forget about that.
Well, that was only during the game. You know, he smoked a whole lot more after, after
at least a bowl. At least a bowl.
At least. I don't even know. Like you don't mean a bowl and a pipe. He means like an actual cereal
salad bowl.
Or, yes, something mighty hefty right there.
Yeah. Hold a lot of lettuce in there.
Should we spin the wheel of sports and see what we talk about next? We have a little time left. Give Keon some time to maybe solve a mystery of his own.
Yeah. I solved it, but okay.
All right. So, that loud fella, Stephen A. Smith. I think he's on the ESPN.
Yeah. Who could forget
loud guy?
The loudest
shouty
guy
guys.
in sports media.
Yeah, the shouty guys. I don't like the shouty guy shows. But anyway, I guess he wrote a book and he goes on. I don't know why he's going on women's television, but he goes on the Sherry show with Sherry Shepherd and
they're friends.
Who?
I don't know. Sherry Shepherd, just one of them women's shows, and he's got his book. He's like, read my book. And he's screaming. And they say, oh, okay. They're trying to connect with him in some way to this female audience. They're like, are you excited to see Rihanna in the Super Bowl halftime show? I don't know if that's how Sherry Smith talks. Well, forgive me. And he's like, well, he says, I don't want to say I'm not excited. She's fantastic. She's a lot of things. She's spectacular. But there's one thing she's not. She ain't Beyonce. Now, I think he thought he was just like, I really like Beyonce. People are like, yay, we like Beyonce too. That is not what happened. They turned on him immediately. The crowd turned on him, and then he's like, whoa. He's like, Rihanna's a fantastic, great. She's a sister. I love her dearly. Listen to her music. Going to support her till the cows come home. I'm telling you, for me, there's Beyonce and there's everyone else. People were not happy with that.
I wonder if Jay-Z knows of Stephen A.'s affection for his wife.
Well, I mean, just saying. Beyonce is universally liked. This is not something that Jay-Z is going to come after.
She's the gal that she sings. She's got the big derriere, right?
No, I thought that was J-Lo. Doesn't J-Lo have the big derriere?
Is it J-Lo's got the
derriere?
big derriere?
It's J-Lo.
Yeah.
I thought Beyonce had the big derriere.
Yeah,
J-Lo's
she's got a fine derriere, I guess. I don't know.
Doesn't matter.
J-Lo's in
I
a
don't think
league
she's
of her own.
famous for it.
Yeah. Didn't also Beyonce did the Super Bowl already? Why did he answer the question that way? It's so weird.
King Kitten says Sherry has big eyes. I have no idea. Lincoln Lips Johnson says a good texture nickname would be Wrinkled Starfish. I don't know if that would. Guys, we'll see you tomorrow at 3 p.m. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580.